Yeah. Isn't it?
Yeah.
We check out this ship. Oh my gosh, we are at the Supernatural Soiree in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Camden Waterfront.
That's right. And this ship is the amazing something.
It's the Battleship New Jersey.
Yes, it is.
Uh-oh, we just lost the
We're already
light.
getting some spooky stuff going on.
This is awesome. Are you kidding me?
Anyway, guys, we'll be live streaming here. You guys, I know you can see the ship behind us.
It's incredible. It's just absolutely amazing. Welcome. And of course we have fire dancers and all these amazing different people out here greeting and saying hello. It's going to be amazing, and it's incredible. The people here, oh my gosh, the people here. I mean, running into Shane Pittman, and we have Sam's here, and oh my gosh, it's just amazing. I can't wait to get inside and hang out with everybody.
Steve from the Terrifier franchise is here.
Yes.
Sean Austin, Vince, the Urban Investigator, Peril with the Normals here.
Yes.
Ghosted Magazine.
Hello.
Hello.
That's so awesome.
I don't know if I got enough talent to do that kind of stuff.
I don't think that's. I don't know that that's something I'll be able to ever do. But it's awesome.
True.
And you saw it here first, you guys.
Let's see what else we got going on. That was spooky. Can you imagine waking up to that?
That's insane. This
Oh,
is
that's
incredible. So you were saying that we have different people here tonight. So we have Shane Pittman, we have you yourself. You know.
I don't know, that might be a demotion.
BeaconTV is bringing it to you guys tonight. BeaconTV is bringing you something so magical, so amazing. Do you see how clear this is? Do you see how freaking clear this is? It blew my mind. Yeah, so we're also got Ghosted Magazine is here. Get Haunted.
Yep.
This is
Look at that.
time.
Yeah, look at that, guys. Yes, you got some people going to be coming up and taking a photo here, sir.
Check it out.
Behind the background
Some of
here.
you, the red carpet. It's all about the red carpet this evening.
That's right.
Our ghouls and goblins are here for an awesome shot on the red carpet.
She'll take a picture. Oh, okay.
Okay. Come on, ready?
Awesome. Just awesome. So
You guys ready to head up to the ship?
Yes, let's do it.
Man, the weather's not even really that bad either. I expected it to be a little cool. I'm a, country boy, so.
It's been beautiful.
Yeah, it's been great.
And watching the sunset, oh my gravy, incredible.
Watching them put all of this together too.
I know, it's been
Insane.
magic. A few hours and they went from ship to ship shape.
I know, right?
You see what I did there?
Yeah, I like that.
So I know there's going to be swag bags this evening.
Yep.
I know people are excited about dancing the
Yeah,
night.
we have
away.
DJ Ghost here.
DJ Ghost. Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I bet you they play Thriller.
Look at the guns, man.
Check it out.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. It just takes your breath away.
It really does. So throughout the night, guys, we're going to be dropping a lot of new content on streambeacontv.com, as well as we'll have a bunch of sit-down interviews lined up for you guys here at the Battleship. I'm sure you may see Sarah again on one of those.
Yeah.
We'll probably take you guys down to where everybody's dancing, take you through some of the vendors. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Talk to some VIPs.
That's right.
You guys get to hang out here with us all night long. And I'm thinking it's going to get spooky.
Yeah, the costumes that I've seen, I think it's going to be pretty intense.
So now we're going to throw it over to the boys and see what's next.
All right, we are actually live. We are live on the Battleship New Jersey. What's up, everybody?
Can you believe it, man? You're not going to see a live stream like this anywhere else. We're so excited to bring this content to you. for all of our Beacon. It's free for everybody.
It's free
isn't
for
it?
everybody right now watching. Right now we're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, the actual Beacon app. Coming live to you from there. It's going to be a fun-filled night, guys. We've got so many people that are going to come on the live stream. We're going to get interviews with Sam Baltris. Did I say that right?
Yep, Sam Baltris. We got Patty Negri.
Patty
that's
Negri.
here.
She's doing a live seance.
We've got Sarah Lemos that you're going to be hearing from.
Yep.
Josh Purvis.
Yep.
We've got a ton of people. Sean Austin is here.
Yeah. The front of that boat, them coming in here was pretty intense. I didn't know the dancers were up there. That looked so cool.
So the light went out, which these things when you're live, this is what happens. But we are so excited. This is an awesome party so far, and
it's starting to fill up. The doors have opened, and people are starting to come in. They've got a live DJ in there. We've got all kinds of stuff, but I can't wait to get talking with everybody. And later on, we're going to actually show you guys some new episodes that we got for the live. It's going to be airing here live during it. We're going to be here for a couple hours doing this. So in between everything, we're going to take a small break, show you some new episodes, do some cool stuff like that. But
and if you have not shared this live out, please share it with everybody.
Yeah.
And if you have not subscribed to Beacon TV, please subscribe. Go to streambeacontv.com. and sign up. We've got a ton of content that's dropping tonight, which is super exciting. So, it's going to be a great night.
What do you think about the backdrop, though? That's the Philadelphia behind
beautiful, us. Beautiful. It's kind of chilly for the Southern boy. It's chilly, but I'm hanging in there so far, so we're good.
So far,
good.
I mean, this whole place is just incredible. Like, they're supposed to shoot off some gun over here.
That's at 9 o'clock our time, something like that.
They better
We've got a 360 camera set up that's going to be here as well.
We just got a lot of stuff. We're going to take you guys around the ship as much as we can, and we're going to show you guys what's going on and how all the fun things that are happening. And it's really crazy to think just last Tuesday, me and you were on a stream in two totally different locations. Here we are today, just
I know
with
now we're
Philly
here
in the
together.
background.
And you know what's also really cool is Ghosted and Get Haunted. They put on this party, this soiree. But on top of that, all of our Beacon Legacy members got a VIP pass to be here. Which
have you seen any of them?
Which is awesome. Yeah, I've already seen a bunch of them that are here. So
that's really cool.
Exciting.
It was what 3 months ago that we announced the network and gave out these tickets, and it's just been crazy to think that we're here now. We're here now. This was an idea 3 months ago, and everything's come to fruition here. So it's pretty cool.
It's fast tracked. So we're super excited.
Really great time. So,
but we're going to be talking to some people, interviewing some people, and we have somebody coming up pretty soon, right?
Yeah, I think we're going to talk with Mike Richardy. He's got his show
Haunted America.
Haunted America. And we're going to find out he's just got some new episodes that dropped on the network, but kind of want to talk to him about some of the places he's been already.
Cool.
So,
cool.
Yeah.
Well, you guys stay tuned. We are going to get that set for y'all, but in the meantime, are we ready to jump on? What are we ready to jump on now? The first episode?
I'm not sure. I think Josh is working behind the scenes right now, getting me an episode queued up. But
very cool.
I don't know. Let's
let's see if we can get Sarah Lemos in here, and we'll talk to her just for a second. We just got her walking up. But I want you to tell us behind the scenes what's been going on as well. I'll let you sit here.
The wonderful Sarah Lemos dressed in her nice skeleton outfit.
That's right. Pulling the skelly out.
Pulling the skelly out. Yes. Go ahead and clip that to you.
Thank you. That zapped you. All right, let's do this.
Oh.
So, oh my gosh, you guys.
That was the craziest thing coming up here.
Seeing that ship.
Yeah.
And everybody's logo just racing on there.
Were they on stilts?
They were on stilts.
Oh my gosh. That
Not
is so
little
cool.
stilts. The lady, I think the stilts came to my shoulder. It was incredible. The energy out there is just freaking magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool, all on the wings and everything. But what have you been up to?
Well,
Last time we saw you was at Gettysburg.
Yes. Just been going to a lot of different conferences and really getting excited about being more of a part here on Beacon Television.
Yes, you've got, there's a show in the works.
Yes.
Works.
And just proud of the Beacon Brotherhood, and it's just been awesome to watch you guys work this evening, and I can't believe the streaming. I mean, hello, it's like I'm in a movie. I mean, this is great.
Yeah, my wife, I always tell her, I got some new piece of equipment, and she's like, how much did it cost? And I'm like,
oh, let's talk about that later.
$250.
Yeah, well, it's beautiful. I mean, and it's just to see all these incredible people come out this evening and celebrate. Oh,
I've already ran into the pair with the normal.
Yes.
They're here.
Yes.
Patty Negri's she's getting real busy for her seance. It's sold out.
Sold out.
Sold out.
And it's at midnight.
Oh, so right now, okay, so she got a little bit of time.
Midnight.
It's
gonna get spooky.
I think what we're gonna do throughout the live stream is take the camera and walk around and show people having fun inside and doing all kinds of stuff.
Let's dance, shall we? Let's dance.
Yes. Well, guys, we are going to be doing a bunch of stuff throughout the night, and I think I just got the episode from Mr. Josh over there. Let me take a look and see what we got going on.
So this is a new trailer.
All new content's dropping.
This is all new content. You guys are going to watch it live here. We're going to be in and out, and you guys can. We're going to take a small break. We're going to show this.
Okay.
I haven't even seen it yet.
Oh my gosh.
The full episode on StreamBeaconTV.com.
Yeah. Let me see here.
Check it out, guys.
Give me just 1 second here. I think. Ooh, we can do it this way.
New to you from Beacon.
Let me oh, this is the trailer. That's what this is.
All right.
Here we go. We'll put it over here.
So excited.
Having some of the craziest experiences of my life.
You have been capturing some insane evidence.
Tell us who you are.
We come together.
There's times when you're able to see things that you wish you couldn't.
You'll never believe what we were just told.
She's here.
Gracie was institutionalized the majority of her life.
There is something very serious that is happening.
And one passed behind it and they joined.
13 distinguishable personalities. It feels like it is alive.
What's it gonna take for you to come up to me and give me actual evidence?
And the things Gracie showed me were horrible.
We're back. That was a short little trailer. That's the all new content that's dropping on Beacon. And right now, with us, we got Mike Ritchie from Haunted America.
Yes, sir.
How's it been going?
It's been going good, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Me too.
I mean, it's been like, we've been talking about it for, the last couple of months, like I said, with Sarah, and just to be here, it's crazy.
This is the first time I've been here, seeing the ship, walking up to it.
And you're not too far from here.
No.
No, it's a nice little setup just to have a nice little Halloween party going on.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about Haunted America.
Sure.
I've watched your first episode. That was really crazy.
Yeah.
What out of all locations, what would you say is probably the most haunted and scariest place for you that you're like, I think once is enough?
Well, I don't think there's any place that's like one and done for me. Just because I love to follow up and figure out what happened just based on the last investigation. But for me, I would have to say the Axe House for sure.
Yeah, wasn't that the first episode? I think so.
No, that was like one of my first investigations.
Okay.
We were only like a year into being paranormal investigators, and we had no idea what was in front of us or what was ahead of us. And that place completely changed how I view the paranormal and how I investigate, and why I have like a much more, I guess you could say, like a serious tone to my investigations. Because before then, we were total goofballs. We would joke around. There's a lot of humor, but then that happened, and that place just like showed me that this stuff is very real.
Yeah, I've had a few experiences too, and that's what got me into this whole thing. Was there's some things that just are like extreme.
Yeah.
And there's the ship bell right there. That means it's 7:30. I think it rings every 30 minutes. I'm not sure. I've been hearing it throughout the night, but it's a really cool environment for the whole thing. But yeah, I understand what you're saying because I've had that happen to me before too. So it's pretty crazy. For the season on Beacon though, what can we expect? Some cool locations. Can you give us where you might be going for those?
So we're going back to Crescent.
Okay.
Returning with new teammates.
Oh,
going to
interesting.
new buildings on the property,
Okay.
using new equipment. And we also learned some things about myself as far as, I guess, like personal lore, as far as like my investigation style and what the spirits know about me, apparently.
Oh, really?
And it's mostly going to be, it's an all new team, all new equipment. Where else are we
Is it a whole separate building to a place you've already been?
Yeah, so Crescent is a massive sanatorium. Eventually became a prison before it shut down. There's like 20 buildings on the property.
Oh, wow. So it's a first for you, too. But you've been there before, but the place you're going is a first for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
So the first episode, we only explored like 3 or 4 buildings while we were there. And in the second episode, we follow up. We go across the property and go to the opposite side and go into different buildings. We go into the women's ward, we go into the men's ward, and explore. I'm pretty sure we go into the tunnels at some point, too, briefly. Yeah, it's very scary down there too. It's like 10 feet underground under the entire complex. And it's pitch black. You can hear people like a half mile down the tunnel. It's terrifying. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty excited. I love your episodes. I love how everything is put together and how it's built, and it's I don't know, it keeps me engaged. I love it, and you know, I can't wait to see what you got coming for the rest of the season. And I don't know what the future holds, but I think it's going to be pretty big. You know, we've actually been talking behind the scenes about some stuff that, you know, would be great for you. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Me too, man.
Appreciate it.
I really am.
So let's take a short break. We're going to get a few things queued up, guys. We're going to get to some new spots and do some really cool interviews. So don't go anywhere. Give us about 15 seconds, and we'll be right back.
Let go, see my body moving in the shadows. It's the type of feeling that you can't stop, can't stop, can't stop. I could be the one to make you. I could be the one to make you. I could be the one to make you. Shadows, like the way I'm pushing up the tempo. I could be the one to make you loco. This beat don't go slow. Heating up the room, I wanna dance more. It's the type of feeling that you can't stop, can't stop, can't stop. I could be the one to make you, make you, make you, make you. I could be the one to make you. Be the one to make you. I could 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 be the one to make you.
Hey guys, and don't forget that this is your opportunity to get to that computer, grab your phone, and get over to streambeacontv.com. Seriously. But right now, there's a party going on, so come on, let's check it out. What's up?
What Wolverine says brush your teeth, kids.
It's just gonna get crazier, you guys. It's just gonna get crazier. Check it out. Crazy. This is where all the dancing and the balloon drop is going to happen tonight. Yeah, totally crazy.
Your song's on.
And you can't forget the vendors. Awesome things to pick up. Oh my. Twins are here. The twins are here. And of course our angel reader. Check out these real human bones jewelry. Someone missing a tooth? Just maybe. Crazy.
There's Katie drinking.
And can't forget the fudge. You can smell it from here. Guys, this is what's going to be happening all night long. Thanks to Stream and Beacon. So I'm going to throw it back here in just a second to the boys. And you're going to get back to another interview with one of our VIPs that's here with us on the ship tonight. So I'm going to throw it back to the boys now. Back to the boys.
All right, guys. We're going to need that little mic off of her, so Sarah's going to give you guys. But welcome back, guys. Still here. Fireworks are going off in the back. More and more people are showing up. And now we've got Vince Killian.
Is it still again? Still again? So we just filmed some things yesterday where he has not gotten my name right in almost a year, and we had to retake it like
Killian.
6 times. Keelan.
I'm horrible with names.
I mean, you know.
At least I get your first name right.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, Vince, what's up, man?
Not much.
It's
nice.
nice.
Having a blast. Everybody here is having a good time. It's packed in
What
there.
happened to your eye, though? You had a white eye.
Yeah, I took it out. I couldn't see. I had a. So for anyone that I wear contacts to these fun little events or whatever, and the one that I was wearing was a whiteout, and you can't see out of it, and it was just bugging me to death.
It did exactly what it was supposed to do. It looked really, really cool.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah, it was wild. Urban Investigator, you got a show that's going to be coming out on Beacon.
Yep.
Super excited for it. We've got some stuff in the bag. Can we get any like insight? Like, how's the show going to run?
So,
what's the premise of the whole thing?
So the producers and the directors and everything, it's just going to be me with, I think maybe a camera guy. I don't know.
You got to have somebody else. You got to have at least one other person.
I'm so used to doing it by myself though.
Yeah.
So I'm not used to someone following me. But the idea behind it is that the producers and the directors don't want me to know where I'm going.
Yeah.
I won't know what state I'm in when I get out of whatever vehicle.
Well, they're blindfolding you all the max.
I guess.
I think there needs to be an episode where you're just like drinking tea in your front yard and they like come up and like grab you and then throw you in the vehicle.
That's great.
That'll be awesome. But yeah, you're going to these locations.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the biggest thing for me. You got to have somebody there because even though you do stuff by yourself, my biggest fear is I sprain an ankle and I'm stuck in the woods and like the phone doesn't work. You got to have somebody that does it. So
there's a lot of that, and I mean, you know, you take whatever measurements to make sure that you're safe.
Yep.
And you don't know what you're going to run into. You don't know who you're going to run into. You don't know what something that may not be there might do to throw you off.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have to take every single precautionary method to make sure that you're safe.
Now, what's the coolest abandoned place you've been to so far? I mean, out of everything you've done since day one.
I've been to over 400 locations in the last 3 years.
Jeez. Do you?
This is actually a bucket list. Obviously, this place isn't abandoned, but it's a new one to check off the list. But there's a couple, but I will. I like to name drop locations. So with Beacon, will I have permission for these locations?
Of course, of course.
But with my prior content on TikTok and Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and everything else, a lot of these locations I didn't have permission for. But the idea was,
well, I mean, it's an abandoned building. Half the time, you don't even know who owns it. You can't even find the owner.
Well, sometimes you do, though, and you know you're not going to get it. So a lot of the times, the whole idea was to make sure that these location owners realize what they have. I want them to see the video. So whether I get in trouble for it or not makes no never mind to me.
Yeah.
I want that location owner to be like, well, why is he in my building? Why does he care? Will other people care? I want people to understand that they can make money off of this.
Okay.
And that these buildings are important to preserve and protect.
That's an interesting take on it. Interesting. Has it worked?
There's been a couple. Somebody in a higher up political poll, I won't say anything, I won't say a name, but in Gary, Indiana, had reached out to me after a slew of videos that I posted from Gary came out to tell me that one of the abandoned locations, which was the train station in Gary, is now being turned into a concert venue.
Interesting.
So just because of my slew of videos, it's brought them more revenue
awareness
to the city because more urbexers and ghost hunters are coming out to explore. Now that they know that Gary isn't as dangerous as it once was, because Gary at one point in time was on the top 10 list of most dangerous cities in the U.S.
Interesting.
So now that people saw the videos come out, it made the city realize that there should be more.
Interesting.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. That's crazy.
The most haunted location that I've come up with that was abandoned was Hudson River State Hospital.
Really?
In Poughkeepsie, New York. So if you've ever heard of the Poughkeepsie tapes or the Poughkeepsie murders?
No.
Oh, it's wild.
I'm going to have to look into that.
There's a serial killer from back in the day. There's a serial killer from back in the day that would drop his mom off at the hospital because she worked there and then would go do what he did.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But a lot of that to look forward to on Urban Investigator coming back a little bit later.
Nice.
And we're going to lead into some ghost hunting towards the end of showcasing the location.
That's going to be great. I'm excited. I'm going to have to look into these murder cases.
The Poughkeepsie tapes are wild.
We'll talk more after the end. We'll talk more.
I'm not sure how much more we're going to be able to talk if this goes through my head.
Who do we have here? Holy cow.
Hugh Jackman.
In normal fashion that they are.
Little Jackman?
Yeah. More like Little Jackman. Thank you, sir.
Yes, we need to mic you up.
Yes. Mic up the mic.
Mic up the mic. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Well, there's a problem with that.
Yes. Get another seat. There's some seats behind there.
Okay, you know what? I'll sit and you can stand.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you can stand right behind us.
Pants once,
I mean, you can block the wonderful view if you'd like, but I like the city.
Am I in the shot?
You're in the shot.
Where am I supposed to look?
We got the main camera over there.
Where? Over here? It's nice to meet you.
I don't know if he's like Deadpool funny or like, I don't know. Can you see out of that thing?
Not really. So tell me, just point me in the direction of the camera. With my arm.
Yes.
Okay, right there?
Right there. Perfect.
Okay.
So guys, welcome.
What's up, camera?
Welcome to the show. It's from Pair with the Normal. It's Mike Galliano and Mary Lynn Best. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
It is so exciting. I'm so excited to see you guys. Last time we saw each other was at the Gettysburg Bash. That was fun.
We enjoyed a sandwich together.
Yes. How have you guys been? What have you done in the last few months? What have you guys been doing?
You have an incredible beard.
Yeah.
How long did that take?
Well, I actually got it shaved the other day. Is it soft? I don't know.
It is. It is. That's nice.
I didn't.
That's nice.
You could feel through the knives.
I can.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah, how's it been?
It's been crazy. It's been just kind of one thing after another right now.
Let's do this. We'll hand the mic back and forth.
Forth. Okay, it's just been a little crazy and working with Mike.
Yeah, you guys have gone to any new locations? Have we like we got a couple episodes with you guys coming out.
Did you say nude locations?
New.
Oh.
That thing must be blocking your ear and your eyes.
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
Yes, but no, you guys got some new episodes coming out.
We do.
Yes.
They're supposed to release in November.
What is the next location? Can we get a little sneak peek?
Yeah, so the next one that we decided to go to is actually Yorktown. And believe it or not, so the lady that owns the Black Swan Inn also owns Yorktown. So she was like, hey, it's a 2-for-1. I was like, I love twofers. A BOGO deal? Get out of town, right? So we decided to go to Yorktown, and I'm here to tell you right now. Now, Mary Lynn, you know, she's got like the psychic abilities, right? I don't. I'm not that kind of guy, but even I could tell you from somebody who I'm a complete layman with this stuff, but it's you could just feel the tension, the energy, I don't want to say like the wickedness of the place. And it's crazy because we get in, and before we even get in, the guy like lets us in. He like unlocks the door, right? He takes us in. He walks us to like where they did like the sermons for the deceased, and there's like a used coffin, right? A used coffin.
Really?
Yeah, like very used coffin. Right, like
how do you know it's used?
Like 1994 Subaru used.
Like stained?
Yes.
There was stained, and you could see the impression of someone had been laying there.
No, all right, no, that's too much. That's too much.
He goes on to basically say how, oh well, the spirits don't pay rent. You could do whatever the f you want. Blah blah blah. And then he like leaves. He's like, all right, cool, man. See you later. Bye. We're like, what, huh?
Luckily, I'm outside, so
yes.
I'm not hearing anything.
The whole place explodes with activity.
Wait, you're telling me you heard something?
I really, like, there was things being thrown.
And where were you?
I was outside in the beginning, but as we came in to start the investigation, it's storming, it's raining, and I mean, it's just the whole place is underwater.
Did you come running out and be like, Maryland, I'm not going to believe this? Like, how did that whole thing play out?
It mostly played out, I felt protected because Michael Angus, the Parastash himself, was there.
The Parastash? He has a name now?
He does, the Parastash. He was there, and he made me feel safe with his fireman skills. So that was really good. But it did get crazy, right? So this is what's crazy. So when that was going on, I was stuck inside. The Parastash himself was stuck inside. So was TV Shane Pittman. And of course...
now, how were you stuck inside?
So like when we got in, he left, and we were still trying to set up, right? So we're still trying to like identify where we're gonna film and all that jazz. But she wasn't in yet because we were waiting because of her unique talent and gift. We wanted to make sure that she was not aware of the situation.
Oh,
right, because we want to muddy the waters.
With your abilities, though, did you sense something had happened before you got there?
Oh yeah, as soon as I pull up, I can see that there.
Put the mic closer.
I could see that there was entities and stuff on the top of the building. So there's all kinds of activity there, and it's just nonstop.
Yeah.
So we definitely want to go back.
Yeah.
Now,
go to Yorktown.
I mean, my question though, and this is really where it might get a little creepy, is like, did you walk into the house and say, hey guys, I'm getting this, and then you guys are like, no way this happened? Or was it more like, hey, you're not going to believe what happened, and then she confirmed it? Like, how did that play out?
So actually, remember the nun's name? Because I didn't know the name, because I didn't know.
It was Nobody's business.
Nobody's.
So.
He's full of puns.
Always.
Yeah.
So it's because I didn't know that it was
right. No,
actually,
it was a name. Yes, yes.
So I didn't know it was actually ran
You'll have to watch
by
the episode
nuns.
to get the name.
So I don't want to tell too much, but yeah, it was something that I picked up.
I just
on
realized
that
this
name.
fell. Hi. My bad.
We can still hear you.
Okay,
it's fine.
gotcha.
There's two different mics you're talking into.
Okay.
So, but no, that's really crazy. I'm really excited to see it. We're gonna do another speakeasy episode and get all the inside scoop on that kind of stuff. And I can tell you, I've watched that episode probably like 4 or 5 times. I love it.
Oh,
It was a great episode. That location was amazing. It was fun.
For the Black Swan Inn.
Yes, the Black Swan Inn.
Yes.
Did you ever find the poster with that that you had at home?
I did.
The picture? You
Yes,
found it?
the picture, yes. The painting, oil painting.
I'm still going to have to go back and watch and look for that.
Oh, that's
That
great.
didn't make the episode, did it?
It did not.
Okay.
Neither.
in the speakeasy,
We did talk about it in the speakeasy.
We did. I know. I just want to, now that you guys piqued my curiosity, I want to see what this picture looks like.
Also not in that episode was, I'm pretty sure, didn't we eat at like a Waffle House?
We did eat at a Waffle House.
Yeah, so that wasn't in there either. And that was delicious. I mean, you're taking a chance. You're taking a chance when you eat at a Waffle House, you know what I mean? It's like a 50-50. But I'm here to tell folks, take the chance. Take the 50-50, okay? It is worth it. Sure, you might get food poisoning, but you also might not,
So
right?
we are not a spokesman for Waffle House.
No,
that
we
this
just
is
love it.
his favorite place to eat. His favorite place.
Yes, I like that and the Cracker Barrel.
Yes.
If you've
Oh,
heard of
it's a
that.
little bougie.
Yes.
Ah, Cracker
Yes,
Barrel.
it's like Target. Yes, Cracker Barrel. I love that place. So yeah, we had a great time filming that episode. I think after that, people will get to see us in Gettysburg.
Ooh.
And
Yes.
we may even see good old Mary Lynn and Mike G do a little bit of squatch hunting
Oh,
up
I
in
can't
Alabama.
wait. Is that where you went? Alabama?
yes,
What
we
part
were-
of Alabama?
The Alabama
Atchison.
side.
Atchison.
The Alabama side.
Yeah, it was Atchison, Alabama. We were there with Greg Ogles. So
Yes.
he's actually has a documentary as well. So trying to get him on Stream Beacon, and we'll work on that. But he has a documentary that is talking about Bigfoot and all that. So he's got
Yeah.
several of those, and just trying to get him. He's pretty much our expert.
Yeah, I was worried he was going to ogle me.
Now you learned how to squatch call, huh?
I did.
Awesome.
I learned a lot about squatch calling, but I don't want to give it away.
No, we're not
watch
going to
the
give it away
episode,
because that's
okay?
probably going to be one of the best episodes that is out there.
Yes.
You know, so that's going to be coming out on Stream
Are you
Beacon
enjoying
soon.
the party?
What's that?
Are you enjoying the party?
I haven't been able to walk around yet. I've been talking with everybody and seeing how they're doing with
Would
the
you
party.
like some
So,
party juice?
I'm going to be getting up and walking through here because next
Wolverine
on
likes his party juice.
Next on the live stream, we are going to give you guys an exclusive look at, I think it's
Where are we
Nathan.
looking?
Nathan Withers. We've got a full episode that we're going to air live right now from the Nathan Withers documentary.
Wow.
I'm going to go get something to drink. We're going to go get more guests. We're going to party with these guys.
It's going to be great.
So stay tuned, guys. We are live on Beacon TV, and we are in Camden, New Jersey. We're going to talk with the organizers here real soon. We got a lot of people coming out.
So stay tuned, folks.
We're on camera.
Right
over
there.
here.
Stay tuned, folks.
And don't fall in the water.
I know. I almost did. I almost went right over this net.
Enjoy, guys. Enjoy the Nathan Withers documentary.
Malvern was pure. The location, the atmosphere, pretty much any type of experience that you could possibly encounter. It was pure. Back in 2020, we were given, at that time, the invitation of a lifetime. We were able to go explore the manor for the very first time and get to learn its history, get to learn all of the, natural locations, alleged hauntings, and all their hot spots. And we had no idea that all of our investigations, all of our research, and all of the experiences that we would have led us to this point.
I don't understand how you can't believe that there's something after you pass.
It knows what you're thinking. It knows what you want to do, what you're going to do.
No doubt in your mind that there's something going on.
Well, we are right exactly where it had happened.
I haven't had an experience like this before.
It comes when it wants to, and it leaves when it wants to.
Or as sudden as it began, it all stopped. All the voices, everything.
I mean, for how many times it's happened to me, I just believe that it is true.
My name is Josh Hurd, and this is my paranormal experience.
When Josh gave us this information, we didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. We had no idea what this was. And after we filmed, Josh started investigating this location more, created a YouTube channel, and he started documenting some of the most insane evidence I've ever seen.
So there was that weird freaking guttural thing growl at me. What the? This was something on another level.
It has gotten to a whole different level. The hauntings are darker. Whatever this thing is has made Josh basically go to his breaking point. So he has called us back here to try and figure out who this thing is, why is it here, where did it come from, and more importantly, what does it want? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna meet with him momentarily, and I'm gonna kind of ask him, talk to him about what this is, what's been going on, and we're gonna see what happens. I don't know what we're in for, and I don't know if we're truly prepared for what could happen.
Every case study that I've ever looked into where a spirit or entity is referring to itself as a number, it's never been a positive experience.
What's up, man? How are you? If we're truly
Doing good,
prepared
bro. How are you?
for what? Pretty good. Dude, I got your email. Man,
Yeah.
you have been capturing some insane evidence these last couple months.
It's yielded some pretty interesting results. I've tried to make an absolute cognizant effort to have my camera ready to go at all times, right? Have a lav mic ready to go at all times and just throw it on, turn the camera on and go.
The energy inside the manor is much different than it was 2 years ago. It feels darker. Why?
Spirits of Malvern Manor, we are here.
So upon arriving at the Malvern, I had no idea who or what I was walking into, what was here at the Malvern. I didn't know anything about the entities or anything. I just kind of I showed up ready to experience whatever. And really, they kind of came forward and introduced themselves right away.
As Kara gets to the end of the hallway, she discovers a scrying mirror and decides to do a session alone.
See a really dark thing behind my head. I'm trying not to look at it. I start to get up, and a voice said, "He's right behind you." And I go to look up into the mirror, and I could see this dark figure above me.
As Kara continues her session down the hall, it suddenly feels like something is trying to wrap its arms around me.
Too much.
Yo, sorry, I'm not
Hey,
trying.
fuck!
Sorry, hey, I'm not trying to interrupt your session, but did something just I felt this sensation of something trying to wrap its arm around me.
Me?
From me.
Yes, that's what I just said in the camera. There's something big wrapping itself around my neck, and it's warm, and I'm gonna try to ignore it.
We have returned to dive into what makes this location so insanely haunted and why it's one of the most notorious haunts in America.
And towards the end, I literally could see this dark, I know my shadow was there, but I could see this other dark thing above my head standing.
As we were sitting over here, I was right here and I felt something I could just, for some reason, I envisioned it. I don't know why I did that, but it was I could feel it just do this, and it was trying to take, grab, hug me.
I also...
Hello?
I feel like we are being stalked right now. Something very unusual is listening to us.
This is definitely one of my least favorite sections of this whole building. I have no idea what's going on. What I do know is whoever or whatever this is does not enjoy the company of others.
As you can see, it is very hot in
I
here.
am boiling hot right now, y'all. But I'm going to stick this out, though. Ask.
Yeah.
It said die.
Oh, we're dead? Die?
It said die. It would die. Demon.
Great.
Not kidding. It's a demon. Demon.
Great.
Not kidding. It's a demon. Did you drop down from the floor and chase after Scotty and I?
Careful, don't lean on that.
I'm not. Come on. Let us know where you're at. Give us something visual. Well, we're gonna die.
Is it already 5?
We're gonna die. That's it, guys. We're gonna die.
Twice a day? Imagine that. They're testing him twice a day. It seems excessive.
Yeah.
It's still on.
I want you to know something. Whatever you are, whoever you are, and wherever you come from, I will not allow you to scare me. I will not allow you to follow me home, and I will not allow you to attach yourself to me.
Peeps, what's up? How's it going? It's Josh. Jesus God, there's already stuff going on. All right. I hope you guys are doing well. Today is kind of a special day. We're going to try kind of an experiment. Not that I'm totally expecting anything to actually happen, but it might. And I think it'd be kind of cool. So today, as I record this, it is April 8th, 2024, which means it's a solar eclipse day. I thought it would be a cool idea to investigate while the solar eclipse was going on, right? It was a big deal. It was getting a lot of news coverage and all that. And I was like, man, I wonder what would happen, if anything, to the paranormal type stuff, if it would increase in some way, right?
Yeah.
So I thought I would run just a very small investigation. Hello. Nothing on the K2. Just sitting there. Rebecca, can you open your door? Can I come inside, please? Okay. She said, uh-huh. And then no. Rebecca, if you would open your door, I could come in and say hello. Could you do it? That's a truck outside. No f***ing way. No f***ing way. And right as I'm panning, you hear the click, click of the doorknob, and that thing just starts to swing right open. And I was like, oh my God. It's like the second time I've caught that on camera. You know what I mean?
Rick, I'm going to walk in your room, okay? I'm going to shut your door.
Yeah. Excuse me.
So I'm gonna just document this real quick. Quote and click.
Yeah, you can bang on it too. I mean, like this is not, that is not moving. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like that is a sturdy,
secure, yeah.
That is a sturdy door. So Rebecca is one of my favorites, but also one of the most like heartbreaking stories.
Right.
Rebecca was dropped off here by her husband. She was only in her mid-30s, so quite young. But apparently, like, dropping off your wife or whatever was something you could just do back then. She would stand at the sink looking into the mirror. She would pluck the hair out of her head one by one, which the medical term for that is like trichotillomania or something similar to that. I usually butcher it when I try to pronounce it, but still. Because of her obsessive types of behaviors that she was displaying, we do know she was medicated. She did not respond well to meds. She stops eating, she stops drinking, she literally wastes away to nothing. But I think her spirit was crushed, and I think she just stopped caring.
Well, that kind of abuse would tear anyone down.
Exactly.
Like anybody.
Yeah.
You know, like that's the perfect formula for just a horrible, or like earthbound spirits haunting. You know, when you have so much abuse in a relationship and they just dump you
right
at a location and leave, move on with their life. And then all of that emotion, all that depression, that chaotic mindset of like, oh my gosh, he doesn't love me anymore.
Right.
That sticks, that stays. That is saturated within these walls.
Correct.
And it never leaves.
Correct.
Malvern Manor is considered to be one of the most iconic haunts in America. It was established in 1869, operating as a hotel for nearly 2 decades before turning into a nursing home in 1956. In the coming years, it would become a group home, housing the mentally ill.
This building has been steeped in the paranormal ever since it was first constructed. Back in the 19-teens, the spiritualist movement, all of that stuff, regularly they would have like seances. All the time they would bring in mediums, psychics, things like that, people that would do readings and all of this stuff, but they were all the time doing seances and things of that nature, constantly trying to reach those that have gone before us.
In the early 2000s, it would be purchased by paranormal author Josh Hurt. He began to investigate the manor, exploring the residential energy that came with it, but would soon face the experience that would only be the start of true fear.
It's very bizarre because, like, in my own personal experience, I was in Gracie's room and I'm sitting in her room and I'm just having a conversation using a geoport, right? Asking her stupid things like, how was your day? This is just things that I do around this place, right? And I'm asking her these questions. She immediately says, he's coming. I'm like, what does that mean? He's coming. He's coming. He's here.
By the next day, we finally got to sit down and we had a conversation with Josh, and I learned that this was a new phenomenon.
And then whoever it was that you're talking to is gone. Everything flatlines, and then here comes this nasty, gravelly, dark voice claiming to be this #1 character.
He had recently began experiencing this intensity in activity, strange things happening. It's beyond just a regular haunting at the manor.
Whoever this is seems to have every, what I consider to be like a residential spirit or a resident spirit here, has them completely freaked out.
But this thing seems to be very next level. It's almost like it's 5 steps ahead of you at all times. It knows what you're thinking. It knows what you want to do, what you're going to do. I eventually then got to the point where I just said, what if I just tried to get rid of you? and it only said 2 words, bring God.
It was roughly about, I don't know, 6 months ago or so, I had come across one of Josh's YouTube videos on his channel. I was watching all the investigations that he had been conducting, you know, and one particular investigation really became a topic of this is serious. Talk about the experience that you had. You released a YouTube video actually on it called "The Spirits of Malvern Manor Aren't Messing Around Anymore."
Yeah.
Like, kind of go into detail about that a little bit.
Recently, I've kind of made the decision to start trying to like document as much of this as I possibly can.
I've been having some of the craziest experiences of my life just in the last week. Things like this. Going down there to record and setting up the shot. Let's just go down. Whoa. Okay, listen.
I remember one day specifically hearing what sounds like a very weird metallic bang. And it was coming from that section that we call the nursing home wing.
To be honest, guys, I don't even want to be down here right now. Like, it feels weird. To be honest with you, it feels like it did before, right? It feels like it did last week and the week before that.
And I was stopped short because above me, I hear what sounds like footsteps.
Was coming from upstairs.
Describe the footsteps.
So the footsteps were more or less running, is what it sounded like to me. I mean, it sounded like somebody was running in the upstairs wing that kind of leads to like the attic.
What Josh has documented is on a level we've never experienced before, and it's coming from upstairs.
And as I start to walk down the hallway, I notice this weird, what can only be described as like shadow play.
You could see on his video a shadow that passes by and one passed behind it and they joined.
And I see 2 of them and they kind of like then merge into one and then dissipate entirely. It looked like 2 figures kind of like whoosh, whoosh, break the light for sure, but also cast into the hallway.
After these figures appear on the floor, Josh goes into that room.
Hello? Oh my God.
And nothing is there.
Why are you doing this? Like, I don't understand why you would do this.
Towards the latter part of the video then, I put myself just the next room over in what we call Hank's room.
I don't even know what... I don't even know what to say. Other than... It feels like you're being messed with all the time.
He looked exhausted by the time he was done investigating upstairs. You could see it on his face, you could hear it in his voice.
You start messing with somebody and like really messing with their head, that's what really terrifies me the most. And that's what this feels like. Hello?
I hear a knock from the corner, like the back corner of the room. I'm addressing that. I'm trying to call it out and be like, hey man, was that you? Type of thing. The K2 meter starts to go off.
All right, that's enough. You don't have to anymore. You can stop. You can stop That's all right. I know you're here. That's fine. You can stop, please. Okay, stop. Stop.
That whole video was me getting mentally broken down minute by minute by minute by minute.
All of this negative activity started the night Josh had a simple conversation with Gracie. So I can't help but ask the question, who was she?
She's here.
The energy inside this building is darker now than it's ever been. And knowing about Josh's new evidence, I feel like my crew's safety is now in danger.
I heard, dude, there was like someone running down the hallway just right behind you. That's why I did that.
I experienced that last time I was here.
You know what I
remember?
mean?
When I was in Rebecca's room.
I just felt like if I wouldn't have done that, something would have happened to you.
When I got here, I was and I found out the story about number 1, and then experienced the Shadow Man. I kind of was like, oh, you know, number two. His room number was number 2. Oh, that must be him. Because we were also getting that number on the spirit box every now and then, number 2. But the more I learned about who the Shadow Man is, the less I believe that, the less I believe that that's truly a part of that entity, because he was not in any sort or fashion evil by nature. He did, commit murder in his lifetime, but the way they explained who he was is just an innocent-minded man who really probably didn't know anything. I just feel like he's someone that's kind of wrapped up in this place. One of those innocent bystander situations.
I'm a good person.
Oh my gosh! I'm a good person. I believe that. I absolutely believe that.
This response is remarkable. Did we just get a message from the Shadow Man letting us know he is not the cause of the negative activity?
I'm a good person.
Oh my gosh!
I'm a good person.
Oh my gosh!
I think that he likes to have fun. I mean, just as anybody else would. Just sometimes he might get bored and run up and down the hall and try to spook a few people, but I have a good feeling from him.
When you told us the story last about Gracie, what is her history?
So we do know that Gracie was institutionalized the majority of her life.
Right.
Right. We do know that she was diagnosed with DID, or what they used to refer to as multiple personalities, right? It's a more crude way of describing that. She was also schizophrenic.
It was even said that when the nurses would hear like a male voice come from her room and they would go check. And of course it would just be Gracie in the room by herself.
There's times when you're able to see things that you wish you couldn't.
And they would hear this deep, nasty, guttural voice. The devil's coming to get me. The devil's coming to get me. Over and over and over again.
When you connect with someone on that level, it's amazing. But it can also feel like a curse.
This was freaking out the staff so much that they were literally quitting on the spot.
Also, one day, 2 nurses sat with Gracie for just an hour in her room. In this hour, they documented 13 separate, distinguishable personalities, with one being a male-dominant alter.
People think that being a medium is so cool, and the things Gracie showed me were horrible.
As we prepared to conduct our next interview with Josh, he notices a figure outside of Gracie's room.
Right here against this wall was that same frickin' Malvern Manor peekaboo bullshit. What I just saw was, like, if I'm over there or whatever, I saw this look into the room and then duck out of the room. And I mean fast, like super, super fast. I thought it was you coming back down the hall or whatever, and you had just then come out around the blanket and were making your way down. I was like, oh, it wasn't her at all. So that's awesome. Cool.
So you saw shadow movement?
Definitely.
So I want to experience this flat line. What in the was that? That said it went Nathan. So I want to experience this flat line. What in the was that?
I mean, right when you walked in here.
When I walked
right
in,
when
it
you
was
walked
Nathan.
in. Is somebody controlling this house?
Yeah.
Okay. Who is in control of this house?
It was we are.
So who are we? Who is we? You know?
It was like a
You know.
Yeah.
Now that we have this new information, could it be possible that Gracie's personalities have been released from her mind and now manifesting into our reality? With now understanding just how severe Josh's situation has become, Beth and Kara decide to do an Estes method where the figures manifested only months ago.
Guys, I feel like somebody's standing next to me.
Who are you? Tell us your name.
Ooh, it's me in a real deep, creepy voice.
Who are you? I don't know if he's gone, like, really talked to you about, like, the names of the people here or, like, the entities that we've been kind of running into lately. Do you know anything at all about number one? And if so, do you have any theories about that?
Number one scares the crap out of me, just from what Josh has told me. If I remember right, I think he didn't tell me right away because he felt like I was probably going to be scared of it. But then Johnny Hauser called him one day and said, do you know anything with like a number that's going on?
I feel uncomfortable.
Dude, the fucking air just changed. Like, I got chills.
Me too. Look at my arms.
Yeah, like everything.
That's me.
It's me. That's not good enough for me.
Panic. Good.
So you're confrontational, I get it. Because we don't have to take it there. I just want to know about you.
Can you back up off me for a minute? You're making me nervous.
Get off of her. Tell us who you are.
We know each other.
No, we do not. If so, then tell me who you are, and I'll decide.
We come together.
Does this response further validate Josh's documentation?
Please back up. I feel like somebody's standing right here beside me. You cannot take me in that room with you. My friends are right there. They'll save me.
You know, these types of sessions are meant to not make any sense.
Right.
They're meant to just be random things, and hopefully they connect.
I almost felt basically like I was about to be attacked.
It feels like it's all around you and it's nowhere all at the same time. And it almost gets to the feeling where it's like they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly how to affect you and exactly how to elicit that kind of response out of us.
Due to the severity of this case, I decide to have Josh Hurd join us for this session. While we investigate downstairs, we have placed an X camera on the second floor.
All right, let's get down to business, shall we?
Dude.
So what? Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
I heard it. Proceed, come in. I'm just gonna hang back for a minute.
Listen, we have been called back here to find out what you are and why you are here, and I intend to do just that. I'm not talking to any of the resident spirits here. I mean, you no disrespect. But I am calling out whoever this number 1 is.
What? Is that what that just said? Demon.
Whoever this number 1 is.
What?
Are you of this world? If you are affecting Gracie in the afterlife, you need to let her go. Let her rest in peace.
Number 1, we need you to show yourself.
As Josh makes this comment, the camera we have placed upstairs captures this.
Come forward. If you are supposedly just like number 1, you're supposed to be this all-powerful entity, you should be able to do more than just mess with a cat ball. Right? So, I mean, let's see it.
That was crystal clear, demon, right there.
It's like she said no, and then demon.
What is it like in your world, number 1?
Antecedent is what this sounded like.
Antecedent.
What does that mean?
Root cause. Like a root cause, or like the antecedent of something. Like, why did it happen? How is it happening?
Right.
What caused it to happen? The f did you see? What was that?
No. It was like literally like a black mist thing. It like went zoom zoom, and it like.
Oh, and dissipates?
Yeah, it was like instantaneously. It appeared and disappeared. Gracie, are you able to come talk to us?
What is that? It keeps happening.
As we continue to ask these questions, I feel like the answers we are looking for are about to reveal itself. I have to go back to Gracie's room.
I think maybe we just try to like communicate with Gracie in some way. See if we can get her to maybe say anything. I swear to God, you're close. Gracie, are you able to communicate with us? Gracie, how many personalities did you have? Or do you have?
Multiple.
This is shocking. Did we just capture Gracie's voice responding to Josh's question?
Gracie, how many personalities did you have? Or do you have?
Multiple.
Do you guys remember Beth?
Come here.
Beth, I beg you, don't come here, okay? Like, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Especially when it sounds like that. Oh my God. Who's trying to communicate with Beth?
So we bring Josh back into our investigation, and you know, he had talked about to us in the past how when he would investigate, and if he would mention number 1 in any way, everything would just flatline. You know, and I wanted to investigate this myself. I wanted us to experience this equipment malfunction with the manipulation of number 1.
One. Real deep. 1.
Did you hear that, bro?
It growled, then 2.
And now 2.
So 1, 2, 3.
Is there more than 3 spirits? How many of their...
There's more. There's more.
I saw a strange, like, light flash in front of his face a couple times.
Over here?
Just right in front of you.
That's weird.
As Josh and Beth are asking questions, our camera documents a very bizarre flash of light, but Josh doesn't react to it.
Whoa.
Who was that?
Did y'all go away?
Do you see what I mean? Like with that flat line, like nothing, like it just dies, right?
We're here to find out who number 1 is and why he's here. Who brought him here? What's the name of the person?
Gracie.
Holy
It
that
said
did say Gracie.
Gracie, dude. I swear to God it said Gracie.
After discovering what our X-camera captured earlier, Kara decides to go to the attic alone.
Who's up here with us tonight?
Can I get
3.
If you have a question, I want you.
He said ear. It is hot. Tell me about Gracie. Illness, help, an answer. Yeah, I would love an answer. Are they connected? Is number 1 a manifestation of Gracie? The big question is, if our personalities stay with us as we pass away, it's not too crazy to believe that this is something that's still with her.
With Gracie having this institutionalized disability with her mind, multiple personalities, could she be the one that has released these spirits from her mind into this location?
If certain aspects of our persona transfer on with us in death, right? It is feasible then to suggest that her personalities, her personas would follow suit.
After Kara references Gracie, our X-camera begins documenting very unusual.
The next one there, sir.
Oh, talking to the mic. Closer. Closer.
Closer to the mic. All right. Look, a little. Calm down, Wolverine.
Okay. All right.
A while ago, Gehan had an event here on the ship. Mike was with us that night, and at the end of the night, we were like, we should do a party here. Right? That's what tonight is all about. So the party started. We started planning this thing, and here we are. And the reason was, it was Ghosted Magazine's 1-year anniversary. And somehow, it's Get Haunted's 3rd year anniversary. And it was my birthday. 27th anniversary. But yeah, look, the idea came about. Jack, the guy that runs the ship, called us and said, "Hey, we want you guys to do something on October 26th." And we were like, "We can't. We couldn't because we had another event planned." But he's like, "I don't care. We're going to pencil you guys in, and if something changes, we're going to make it happen." And something changed a couple months later, and we were like, "Holy shit, we can do this!" And we started this. This was an enormous endeavor. Yeah, this was an enormous endeavor, and it's a huge gamble. Just anybody that in this room that plans anything knows how scary this can be, right? And this money we had to pay for this thing, so one way or another, it was happening.
And it was expensive.
And it wasn't cheap. Welcome to New Jersey. I grew up in Edison. I can say whatever I want about New Jersey. Next slide, please. But the night, honest to God, it's not about us. That was never the intent. It was, honest to God, about everybody here. We wanted one night where people would put all the crap aside, forget about where they, whatever there is on their mind, and just come together and meet with each other and talk. And this is where my business partner, Sarah, does a much better job at being nice than I do.
She sounds so good.
So yes, tonight really was when we got together with you guys to get this party, right? It was really about community. That's what Get It is. You guys know what it is. Simply put, it is you.
We wanted to bring everyone together.
Everyone.
The whole community.
Yeah. And honestly, watching you guys come together, helping us fill the space that is Get Haunted is amazing, because without you guys, none of the people that are here as a celebrity could do what they do. It's because of you guys. And we want to show our appreciation to you and with Ghosted Magazine to be able to celebrate the paranormal the way we should. And that is, as a community.
Yeah,
and
celebrating all of us together, right? Who wants to celebrate everyone together? Woo! No more fighting. It's childish. We want to bring everyone together.
Get it? I want to fight. Go ahead, Mike. Mike's a professional fighter, right? Here's the guy that
Yes, a professional fighter.
I met Mike because I wanted to fight Mike. Until I met Mike.
But honestly, out of us four, who are you afraid of?
But that is absolutely a true story. I asked him to meet me, we met, and I'm like, well, I'm not fighting this guy.
All of our money is on Mike.
Yeah, well, it should be. Next slide, sir. But none of this would be possible without the people that sponsored this thing tonight. So we're going to start off by thanking them. We had there's a lot of these. I'm going to run through them fast, and please do not take offense. Heather Graham. Heather is a party sponsor. We were fortunate enough to work with her last year in New Orleans. Just a wonderful, wonderful human being. Thank you, Heather, for everything. She's a party sponsor. She donated books. You got to see later, but New York Times best-selling author, over 100 million novels sold, right? Correct? That's pretty badass right there. So thank you, Heather. Seriously, you're a big reason why this party was even able to happen. Next slide. Gedball. Unfortunately, Gedball could not be here. They're not. They had a health issue. We have Sam Baltrusis and Dave Giuliano.
Woo, Sam! Dave Giuliano!
Make sure you go see them at the tables. Next slide, sir. Then we have bag sponsors, people that donated to the swag bags. A lot of questions about the swag bags. We didn't want you to have to lug them around all night. You will get your swag bags. We're going to go over to the merch table and pick them up at the end of the night, okay? And inside of that is a bunch of cool stuff that a bunch of different sponsors have provided, which we will run through. once again, Heather Graham. We have one of Heather's books in the swag bag, so thank you again, Heather. Next, Brian Peone. We got authors in the house tonight. There's Brian in the back. Brian came out to Missouri State Penitentiary as a guest of at one of our Get Haunted events, and he decided, what? And Nesper with the word Nesper.
Where's Nesper?
Right in the back. And Brian was so enamored with me that he decided to write a book.
But who is it? Oh my God.
But his book's coming. It's called These Walls Still Talk. You get a free copy. That's in the swag bag. There's a QR code. Talk to Brian tonight. He's an amazing person. He's written a bunch of books, and he's also very awesome. Next, Danny Marie. Danny has donated to the swag bag. She's a show host with Divination with Danny, and also part of the Get Haunted group. So thank you.
And she is amazing.
Okay. Next slide. 9 Lives Paranormal.
Ooh, 9 Lives Paranormal. Woo!
We've got 9 Lives help making it happen
Dance
tonight.
for me.
Next is Kid.
That's the kid. Woo!
So if you saw that crazy truck out there, that's Dom. That's Joe's son. Next to Kid. If you want to know what Get Haunted's about, that's who you talk to. You know, the father and son team that started coming to events.
I love
And we've grown together and worked together ever since. They co-host events with us. They're just wonderful, wonderful people as well. Next slide.
Check her out.
Everybody knows at least one. Sarah's donated to the bag as well. Really cool little duck, and all your Jeep owners out there will appreciate the duck. Next slide. Sensing Shadows Paranormal. Where's Big Daddy Andy?
Sensing Shadows Paranormal.
Another team that came into the Get Haunted family, and we've grown alongside each other for the past couple of years. A wonderful guy, Big Daddy Andy. Next slide.
Big.
All right, vendors, folks.
Oh, our vendors.
You came in through the vendor tent. Please go back, visit them. We have a bunch of vendors. We have 12 of them tonight. Next, we have D&P Custom Designs. Dallas.
They have great stuff.
Bunch of cool laser engraved stuff.
Woo!
We have Dark Art Arts. Where's Rocky? Rocky's back there. Hopefully selling stuff. Those are our first 2 vendors. Next two.
And Rocky's so cool.
Ghost Gear, Rob Walzak, and ETS. We put all
Ghost Gear.
all our gear.
Oh, don't forget to scan the QR code. You should win a
Next
shirt.
slide. Mad Dog Studios and Jersey Girls Page. There you go. 2 more. Oh yeah, Moondark could not make it, but we have Mary Beth Hamlin here.
Mary Beth. Amazing
Next.
psychic.
Terrorlane Media. Katie McVeigh. Paranormal Fury.
Oh, Paranormal Fury. Those 2 cutie pies in the back.
April Paulson, Cutie Pies. Really amazing content creators, very funny guys, and 2 really cool people. Next slide, please. Wild Fudge, and that Dark Chair. Again, thank you to all of our vendors for coming in. Next slide, sir. Real quick, we didn't present this. Put in this. Oh, Sue? No, she's not missed. I'm not missed. My bad, Sue. She gets her own slide. I'll get there. Next slide. If I could describe Michael Castro in 2 words, it would be work ethic. He's bummed, right? New Jersey hosts us with the fire band, but he's still full of all of the aesthetics here. I've never watched one person work as hard as Mike works. Not just for this, but in life in general. This guy works his ass off. Michael, thank you for making this shit come true, making it look real, making it look good.
A bromance is happening right now.
Yeah, I do love him. It's no secret. And April has been here alongside us this entire trip, drummed this thing up. Also, bust her ass to help make this thing happen. So thank you both for making that shit happen. And I love you. Next slide. My bestie, my business partner, she keeps me on the rails. When this shit got, I don't want to do this anymore. I just don't want to do this anymore. She talks me back into it every single time, for whatever reason.
That's bold of you. Don't give up. Don't give in to these people. Don't give up.
Yeah, so she keeps me on the rails, but she works really, really hard. Did anybody ever see anything about the Supernatural Soiree on Facebook? Maybe once or twice. Maybe 3 times.
That was Sarah.
Sarah starts it, and then the Get Haunted Army would get out there and push that shit out there to the point where some people were probably sick of seeing it. But you're all here tonight.
But we're getting ready for next year.
Next slide. And your guests along, there's a lot of very, very cool people here tonight. We're going to run through them really quickly, or maybe not. Next. I want you guys to understand one very, very important thing. They all wanted to be here for you. It's not for them. They wanted to be here for you, with you, so that we can all sit and celebrate each other tonight. And Patty was the very first on board. Thank you. Next. Sue.
I think my wife knows. Sue Murder, right? You guys got to check out. She's got a table back there. Super cool lamps, lights, chains, things to hit people with.
We like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
So, Sue Murder.
Sue Murder. Check her table out.
She's amazing.
Very cool lady. A beautiful, beautiful design, Sue. Seriously, it was just ridiculous. Next slide. We have Michael Cook, Shane Pittman, and Josh.
Oh my God! Look at these 3 hotties.
You'll be hearing more about Beacon shortly. Next slide.
I love those boys. Oh, and they're in this
3 gentlemen.
They're in this issue of Ghost.
Oh, they're in this issue of Ghost.
And we had the issue here, so if you wanted it autographed by them. Oh, and you know what else? One more thing. Sarah Lemos is in Ghost of Max in this issue. And she's here, so you can get an autograph. She's here. She's here.
That's where I haven't met 3 people that have been kinder to us, cooler to us, have offered us all kinds of really unique and different opportunities. So thank you, Nesper, Dan, Chris, Wade. You really are fantastic human beings, and we love you. Next, Sarah Lemos, and Mike.
Oh, and she's a doll.
Oh, they're all dolls. All dolls. Next slide. We have Michael Angus. David Childers.
Jake Childers!
And this guy named Vince. Now, so I was making this.
Investigator.
Yeah.
What's that?
Vince, urban investigator.
Yeah, the urban investigator. So as I was
And
making
he's
this
wearing
slide,
a Ouija board, so you need to ask a question.
I was sitting there and I was like, this looks a lot like a lineup. Next slide. You may have heard of these 2, Pac-Man Paranormal. Denise and Ernie. Two of my favoriteest people in the world. Love them to death as well. Next slide. That's it. What's wrong with my, you got the wrong one. Hit the next one. What did I miss? Ghost Gang and Mary Jo Chubby. My slides are effed up. I had a really good Vince joke and a fun one in there.
Where's Ghost Gang? Is Ghost Gang here?
Is Ghost Gang here?
Where's Ghost Gang?
They might be around here somewhere.
Where they
I
at?
love those guys.
And Mary Jo. Next slides, please.
And Mary Jo.
Joe Reno, Dave Giuliano, in the back, ND, the brand guy.
Dave Giuliano.
Next. And we have Steve and Danny. Terrifying. Next slide, please.
Oh, yeah.
We have
The man of the hour.
Eric Testament. He looks the same in person as he does in this slide.
And he's the locations director for Ghost Magazine.
So next, I think that should be it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I had, and my other one I had, we have Todd and Leanne Eskew here from Black Wolf Paranormal. That's my Kentucky family down there, over there. And if you ever want to believe in Bigfoot,
All right, so before we go,
go hang up. What? What?
No, not
April's gone.
No, we're going to tell them about it.
Yeah, the basket, there's something wrong with my PowerPoint slide.
Oh.
So y'all, I'm
Listen
gonna
up,
work on
guys.
that. Here, why don't you do the announcement?
No,
No? Mike,
I'm shy.
talk about the basket. Fix
Put the
this.
lotion in the basket.
There's a raffle. One ticket for $5 or 4 for 20. There's an amazing basket on the Get Haunted table. It has things from Get Haunted. I think we have a $100 gift card, a hoodie, a t-shirt. You guys put in a ghosted.
I put in a reading with me.
Right. Yeah, and a subscription to Ghosted Magazine, a year subscription. Also, I believe Beacon subscription.
There's a year-long Beacon subscription. We have a pair with the normal put in.
Pair with the normal. So there's a lot of good things in that basket. I think we're like up to $1,000 there. So.
You know, I just want to say something. With the VIP,
Hold up.
the VIP bags,
Yeah.
the reason we're giving it at the end of the night so you don't have to carry it around and forget about it. So when you're leaving, you grab it and you put it right in your car. Because then you're going to have to put it on your seat, you might lose it, somebody might swipe it. No, I'm only kidding.
Yeah,
I might
so you're gonna
swipe.
get your VIP bags at the end of the night.
Yeah.
If you're gonna leave early, just let us know. We'll give it to you.
Yeah,
Your
we'll give you the
VIP.
bag.
Paid VIP. One last important message, and then we'll talk about the basket. Next slide. We are not a cult. Getting haunted. We're definitely not a cult. Next slide. But all cult dues or all cult membership fees are due on the first one. Go on. All right. So yeah, the basket, folks. This basket is ridiculous. It's worth well over $1,000. One ticket's $5 for 20. There's a K2 meter. There's a laser grid. There's a K2 meter, a laser grid. There's a hoodie. There's Para with a Normal donated a bunch of merch to put into the basket. April donated.
Oh yeah, I donated a gift certificate for a reading with me immediately.
You get a reading from April. You get a year of Beacon, Josh.
Yeah.
A year of Beacon. You get a year of Ghosted Magazine.
Yeah.
You get a $100 Get Haunted gift card. There's skulls in there. There's a carved wooden skull from Indonesia with metal teeth in it. There's a lot of cool stuff in that basket. So we will pick the basket winner here in about an hour or so. And maybe a little longer. But that's it. Once again, thank you all. Am I missing anything?
No, but I want to thank everyone for coming here today. Thank you so much. What about
Oh, Candy Slater. Candy has a birthday today. Thank you, Candy Slater. Oh, Sandy Fulper. Jesus Christ. Sandy, happy birthday.
Okay. Sorry.
Sandy, we love you. You put so much time, effort, and just everything into Get Haunted and to this family. Happy birthday, honey. We love you so much.
Thank you. Play it a little, please. I'm sorry. It's my birthday first, so fuck off. Okay. You guys want to party now? You need some music, right? All right. Thank you all.
Thank you, guys.
Got it? Yeah, pull it off.
Let go, see my body moving in the shadows. It's the type of feeling that you can't stop, can't stop, can't stop. I could be the one to make you. 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 I could be the one to make you let go. See my body moving in the shadows. Like the way I'm pushing up the tempo. I could be the one to make you loco. This beat don't go slow. Heating up the room, I wanna dance more. It's the type of feeling that you can't stop, can't stop, can't stop. I could be the one to make you, make you, make you, make you. I could be the one to make you, make you, make you. I could be the one to 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 make you.
I think I'm going to die.
I thought I was the only one hearing my name being called.
And they didn't believe me because they said it's not real because demons are fake. You've never seen that before.
I'm gonna tell you he's not your friend.
I don't want him to know that I'm telling God about him.
Just a person, a guy.
Yeah,
but
I just
I
saw
don't
it.
know who.
I just saw something like that.
All right, we are live back here at the Battleship New Jersey. It is now 9 o'clock, and the things are just getting started. Everyone's coming in, and all the live stuff. I'm joined by Ashley and Shannon. It's these one you just saw from the trailer. The trailer, the movie called "It's Coming." Yes. You know, I've seen the trailer, and this is an intense movie, guys. Not been released yet. Soon. But
November 12th is when the documentary is released.
Okay.
But we are having some private screenings beforehand.
Gotcha.
So we've got one with Patty, Patty, there we have Patty. Patty, come through.
Patty's coming. Patty's around there.
Patty, we're having that next week, November 7th with Patty.
Wonderful.
Who's hosting it with Ashley and the family, and Ashley's kids will be there.
Yeah.
Harv and Selena and
Now,
Alexis.
the whole premise of this whole documentary, right, started off by where does it start? What's the background of this?
We talk about Ashley's childhood, growing up when you were 11, right? You can discuss that.
There
Hey,
she is. There's Patty.
I'm so excited about this.
Having the event next week.
Yes.
Good. They're about to shoot the gun.
Go for it.
Oh,
Oh,
so
they're gonna shoot a gun?
I guess we got a gun that's gonna go off
cool.
here. They've got the you got the remote camera. He's gonna take the remote camera and we're gonna go. I don't know what's going on, but I guess at 9 o'clock they're shooting some gun. So we're gonna go live here with Josh real quick. He's got the camera.
Okay.
And we're gonna see what's going
You
on.
right?
I just want to get out of the
And
Oh, now I'm way bright. Maybe I'm too bright. We got guns.
I think they're just right now. They're just waiting for everyone to kind of get into position. Not sure what's going on. While we wait for it, guys.
Yes, sure.
You know, like you were saying, when you were younger.
So I've been haunted basically since 11. I see entities.
Interesting.
I'm not really afraid because I see them all the time, but they're afflicting my kids now.
Really?
So my kids, 2 of my kids are actually having conversations with them the same way I do. So I can decipher, what's evil and what's not, but kids can't do that. So that's where it kind of became a problem. It's hard to have people over to my house because things are thrown right at them.
Oh, so this has been going on for a while.
It has. People don't want to come back, so I just decided to speak about it.
Were
basically.
these the same entities that you were seeing as a child, or are they totally different?
A couple of them are, but most of them are not.
Okay.
I see entities anywhere I go, and half of them I've never met in my life.
Yeah, and how did
Well,
you...
Max, you got Max from when you were 11.
Yeah.
You first knew Max, who introduced
But most of them I
themselves.
don't know.
But Max is still around, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. And how did you hear about this story to make
I
this
didn't.
documentary?
It was completely random. I was going to do something entirely different on sleep paralysis and people with sleep issues, and we did casting briefs here, there, everywhere online, and I met Ashley and we started discussing about her history and her present, and her kids just happened to be around on the day, so we spoke to the kids about it, and I was just like floored by what the kids were talking about, and I thought this is where the story is about, this family being afflicted by these spirits presently. And so we went from there, and then it became really about a portrait of Ashley and her family.
Thank you.
Ooh, there it went.
Thanks for the warning.
Oh, wow. That was a good reaction.
Look at that. Look at that. Luke.
Wow.
Wow, it is really like a party out here. This
Yeah.
was crazy. Got us all
Smell that
jumping.
gunpowder.
That was crazy. So, I mean, this, what's something we can expect to see in the movie? I mean, did they, where does it go from there?
You can definitely expect to see. It's one thing for me to see them full body, but in the film you'll see that cameras actually captured what I was seeing,
really,
when I was seeing it, and where I was seeing it. So
we've captured shadows, we've captured all kinds of sounds, audio,
So it kind of
SLS
validates
devices, and also testimony from the kids, which is backed up by shadows and odd objects that we've actually filmed on camera too.
What was the was there a time during the filming for you where you just couldn't believe what was going on and you're like, there's no way this is happening?
One of the very first times I went to Ashley's house, I was looking at my camera view screen and I'm seeing weird objects moving from left to right when Ashley's eldest daughter Selena's talking in the same hallway where the kids are talking about seeing these things. And I didn't really see much, I didn't think much of it. It was only later down the track after the fact, when I reviewed my footage, I realized what was actually in the frame for a lot of the shots that we captured. So a lot of it we discovered in post, but for the sounds and the audio, especially through the devices, that was happening real time. Very, very strange happenings.
That's crazy. Now, Patty, you've been here hanging out.
I
This
have.
is a fun time. You're gonna do a
Seance.
Seance.
I seance at midnight where the officer is ate dinner. So it's beautiful. Already, we were there setting up bright daylight, fluorescent lights. We saw a spirit walk by a curtain already.
Really?
We felt all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I am just so thrilled to be here for this whole event.
Man, it's like this huge party going on. I almost feel like it's like a New Year's party. Something's going on.
Guns going off and all.
So yeah. But we're, this movie, I'm excited. Hopefully we'll keep everyone updated of where you can catch it. There hasn't been really announcements made yet of where it's going to go.
Well, yeah, Patty is hosting the screening event with the family on November 7th.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Virtual, so wherever you are, you can join us live.
And so it'll be like on your page?
And you can meet the family you can interact through Zoom. You can talk to Ashley and the kids and meet the kids, and we can all have a discussion about what we've seen and how things are currently going for Ashley and the family, because there's a lot of news on that front.
And then where will it be out afterwards?
And then November 12th after that.
Yeah. Now, for you though, I've got kids myself.
Yeah.
And, we believe that one of them has got an ability, but, coming of age, you got to have to sit down with them and, prepare them. Have you done that with your kids and hey, this is what you expect? I mean, let me know if these things happen. How is that?
Once I realized my son was actually seeing the same entities I was, I did sit down and have a talk with him. But some of them pose as children, so I'm still in that battle because he believes that this is his friend. And
yeah, deceptive, very deceptive.
Yeah, it's a constant battle, but it's one I'm gonna keep at.
Okay.
Keep going through. Yeah.
So guys, just stay tuned. Check out Patty's website,
Yes.
All the details.
Yes.
This is where you're going to be able to find out when and where to watch it.
It's on you're going to get tickets. I'm posting it on all my social medias all the time. And yeah,
Through Eventive, yeah.
Through Eventive.
Exactly.
So you can find it. If you can't find it, contact me directly. Contact any of them. So
It's going to be an amazing time.
And itscomingfilm.com.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
So, but thank you guys. I'm going to let you guys go.
Thank you so
fun.
much, Mike.
We're going to have some more fun, you guys. Stay tuned. We got some more great guests coming up. I'm going to check back in with Sarah Lemos. I have no idea where she's at. Things are going on. Don't go anywhere. We'll show you the trailer one more time of the movie, The Coming.
It's coming, documentary.
It's coming. It's coming.
I think I'm going to die.
I thought I was the only one hearing my name being called.
And they didn't believe me because they said it's not real because demons are fake. You've never seen that before.
I'm going to tell you, he's not your friend.
I don't want him to know that I'm telling God about him.
Just a person, a guy.
Yeah,
but
just
I
saw it.
don't know who.
I just saw something like that.
Now you're on your own. Find me where I'm not. 'Cause I'm irreplaceable. All we had is gone. How we got so far.
All right, we're back. We're live still. Thank you guys for joining us on the stream. Thank you for staying with us online. We hope you guys are enjoying this just as much as we are here in Camden, New Jersey on board the Battleship New Jersey. Next, I've got Sean Austin.
Yes.
And I forgot already. Chris. You guys, I'm told you guys have an app. Can we talk about this app? What is it?
So it's a new method to actually communicate with spirits never done before. Because of the technological advances that we have, we're using AI, brand new AI technology that's basically just came out in the last 2 months to interpret EVPs for us. It's actually analyzing and looking for intelligible words within the audio and the environment that is outside the spectrum of human speech. So when I did research 10 years ago, I first came up with this idea. I wanted to have some sort of software that could do this because forensic analysts, forensic audio analysis would take a look at a piece of audio. I know. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely stutter there for a second with that. Say that fast 5 times.
Yeah.
But when I did EVP research, when I first got into the paranormal, they were looking at pieces of audio, and some of these analysis would look at a piece of audio and look at a voice, and they know it was a human voice, it sounds like a human voice, but when they look at the frequency behind that voice, it would scientifically impossible to be a human voice. It only could be like a kick drum of a drum set. So I thought about what if there was some sort of software that could actually interpret those intelligible words outside of our speech. So that's literally what we're telling the AI to do. It's very experimental, it's brand new, and we're going to be keeping to innovate this thing, and we're getting some really amazing results with people that are testing it out. It's available on iOS. It's called SPI.
Yeah,
It'll definitely pop up now. Spirit Phone Innovations. There's definitely a little homage there to Thomas Edison, who actually allegedly had a spirit telephone that spoke to the dead, but no one ever actually witnessed it. But wanted to communicate with the spirits with no limitations of what they can say, not like your typical vocabulary lists or pre-recorded audio samples.
Well, let's talk about this because you got the Ovilus.
Right.
How does it compare to something like that? I know you said there's AI technology to it, but...
So the Ovilus, how that works is actually it's using EMF. It's what it said that it's doing is that it's having the spirit manipulate the EMF to assign it to one of the words in its vocabulary list.
Correct. Yeah.
We're using the AI to just basically do the work for us rather than having to listen to the EVPs to actually learn how to interpret the EVPs for us within the audio. So if I'm speaking right now, it's a wavelength of spectrum of frequencies that it's not looking for. It's only looking for anything outside of our speech that it can have some sort of grasp for dissemination of intelligible word and then spit out those words. And there's going to be some really amazing stuff. Right now it's translating everything into English, even though if it hears something in a word in different language. But we're ultimately going to also have something coming out where it's going to actually, if it tells you a different word, a different language that it hears, it'll actually translate it to your primary language as well. Let alone there's no limitations.
Yeah.
So the Ovilus has been around for many years, and it has the same 2,000 words in it. In my opinion, there should be no limitation to what a spirit can actually say, because then we're limiting our experience, our research, and ultimately our experience.
Well, I mean, when you're doing investigations, half the time they might use a word that's closest to what they're trying to describe, and it gets very confusing because you're like, how does this tie in? And so you're spending half of your investigation going, I think it might be related to this, right?
Right.
So what makes it cool about this app is that it's actually open for speech, so it's not like really just limited to those words specifically, like the library on the actual app, or what he was talking about, the Ovilus and stuff like that. So, I mean, you'll never pretty much like get almost the same exact words over and over again.
Interesting. It's hard to code. I mean, I bet it's hard to do a bunch of this stuff as well.
Yes, absolutely.
What would you say to somebody like that would say, oh, it's AI, it could be manipulated? I mean, let's talk about that.
That's just what we're trying to figure out. We're constantly going to be experimenting and testing this thing out to make sure it's doing what it's supposed to do. AI is unpredictable.
Yeah.
And it's, text-to-speech listening for AI, that technology literally came out 2 months ago, just as we built this app. So there's about 7 different, AIs in there trying to interpret. So we don't know. We got to make sure that it's doing, but there's something happening. There's people having experiences that there's no way that even the AI could guess. But if there's any sort of elements that's coming through that it's trying to guess, we don't want that. So we're going to continuously be testing again and making sure this is perfected, because it's a brand new method. We did push it really hard to making sure it came out in October. Obviously, it's the time of the fall in October, but obviously
Deadlines
since
are
I'm
sometimes hard to meet.
Yeah, I'm the CEO of the company, and I want to make sure this is as legitimate as possible, because if someone else bit this app, I'd want to try it too.
Yeah, I think everyone out. I think you're going to have the believers, the non-believers. You're going to have the testers,
of course.
And the proof's going to be in the pudding. I mean, if it's doing what it's supposed to do and it's doing it well, even the naysayers are going to be like, I can't prove it wrong, right?
Right. And the method is supposed to be scientific, and that's what I wanted to do. But
that's interesting you say that, because a lot of the times when I do stuff, I'm trying to find scientific methods that prove it, because a lot of times they go, well, you can't scientifically prove that ghosts are real. I'm trying to find those experiments that do it, because it's like, how do you prove it?
Right, because that's really what that EVP research I looked at years ago was like. They don't understand. Like, as an audio forensic analysis, like, look at a piece of audio and they're like, okay, that's a human voice. That's saying a word that we know from the human language. But when they look at the frequency, it cannot be a human voice. And I've actually been talking with Gary Galko, who's a good friend of mine. I love the Spirit Box. I use that in a lot of my investigations. That's my favorite ITC equipment for many years. And I was doing experiments with the Spirit Box next to it because of the method that we're actually doing, and I've had the things connect on some of our investigations. We just came from a crazy paranormal road trip and was using the device incorporated with the Spirit Box during, afterwards, and it's connecting and saying the same words through the Spirit Box as the application. And so what's interesting is that if you have the app on and it's listening and these say the same word, if it's doing the method that we're supposed to do, and if it's saying that it's a frequency that can't be a human voice, not only is it validating the app potentially, but it's also validating the Spirit Box. I mean, it's not from the radio. That's not a human voice.
Are you saying that the app takes the frequency above or below the actual human frequency? So it's hearing stuff that we can't even hear.
Yes.
That's interesting.
That's why that option where you have to hit the button to actually speak. I don't know if have you used the app?
I have not used it. I've seen and heard about it, but I haven't used it.
You want to test it out. So you're supposed to actually hold the button that actually speaks. So at that point, it's actually listening to the human frequency. Once you let go of it, it's no longer listening to that human frequency at all. It's
right. That's a question and answer mode. We're calling autonomous ITC, and the other one is just you press the button, it's going to listen the entire time and just give you a list of words. So there's two different modes, but I think it's kind of cool because you ask a question, you can kind of look at like a text box, like you're literally texting with the dead, and you can keep a track of that. But again, this is going to be a constantly moving thing, and I'm going to make sure this is.
This is getting really interesting because my head's just running with questions because, I'm a coder, I'm a programmer, I know what it goes into making these things and how the back ends work. So, you're using AI, but you're having AI analyze a frequency that we can't hear.
Right.
And so it's not like you're asking it to do something, it's analyzing automatically that frequency and saying, here's what I found.
Intelligible words that are outside of our speech, because there's typical frequencies that human beings speak on.
But I'm saying, there's no entity or spirit that's actually manipulating the device. It's analyzing the frequency that they're speaking on.
That's what it's supposed to do, but I have been speculating whether the spirits have been attempting to manipulate it as well.
Of course.
And of course we know that spirits manipulate anything that's electrical, so that opportunity is definitely feasible and possible too. But again, it's a brand new method, and the spirits are talking about it. They're talking about it on the Spirit Box, and then things are coming through the app. It's very interesting. This has happened really quickly. I'm really excited for the path we're on. We're going to constantly be improving this method to make sure it's as legitimate and a legitimate piece of research tool to use in investigations as we progress.
Oh man, this is very interesting. I'm excited. Like I said, I've heard it. I've seen the shop postings about it, and we're kind of excited to talk to you now to get more information.
It's revolutionary, man. Nobody has this out there, something new. Like he said, it's still experimental. We're still messing with it. We're still tweaking it. And we're still trying to make it as best as it could be.
I'm one of the kind of guys that actually researches the equipment that I'm doing. For instance, my show, Alaska Triangle, I used a piece of device where it was an app, and it was basically an SB7 box through the phone. I did my research and found out that a lot of cell phones have FM modulator chips in them. So the app would use the FM modulator chip and then use the radio like an SB7 box.
Right.
After that, I have stopped using it because I found out that Apple stops putting FM modulator chips in iPhone 12 and above. So I was using a 12 or a 13 at the time of the show, and I was like, I'm not. No, this is not what doing
Well, a
what
lot
I
of
think
those
it's
apps
doing.
too, I think they use like IP address radios too, and I think they don't even need a modulator for that. But the problem is that it goes so slow, they don't have the speed that you really need to disseminate whether it's the radio or not. It's very confusing.
Yeah.
So I've experimented with those apps too, and there's such a process of elimination and
Absolutely.
consolidation of what you can actually get with some of those apps. And I feel like it's been circling the drain, so to speak, of the same thing with these things, the same concept. And with some of the things that we have technologically speaking, we should be pushing it way far. And I think I'm excited for the possibilities of what this may actually be able to do as we push this further.
Well, cool, guys. This is something you're going to see us being used in some of our Beacon episodes. Just like that, guys, we got more guests coming onto the show. I appreciate you guys' time. I hope you're enjoying yourself here. I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Great. Definitely fun.
Again, Sean and Chris, I'm going to get it right. Trust me. I've been meeting so many people I'm bad with names. Stay tuned, guys. We're going to catch up with Sarah Lemos and find out what she's been up to. I haven't seen her in a while. And maybe a few more episodes. Who knows? Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're back at the battleship, and I've got Steve and Danielle.
Hey, man.
Did I get it right?
You got that right.
I'm trying to remember the last name.
It's Barton.
Barton.
How do you forget Barton? There was like Barton's Candies. There's like Barton's Street.
I've never heard of
Barton
Barton's
Avenue.
Candies. I'm sorry.
There was even like a Bartonville in like Atlanta. It was weird. But I didn't live there, which made it kind of like poserish. But anyway.
But you're an empath, I heard. Is that correct?
Yes. You know what's really funny? It's like when Danielle and I first met, we didn't know that about each other, and
how did that come out then? How did that happen?
Well, she's big into horror movies. Of course, I make horror movies, but I didn't know that she was into the paranormal to the extent that I was either. And we've only done like 3 or 4 investigations together. But what's really interesting about them is we always end up hitting on the same stuff in the same areas, and we've never missed once. Like we just did an investigate with Sean Austin just a couple days ago, and we used his app, which is fantastic. And
yeah, we just talked about it, so I'm excited to try it.
I could tell you it's a piece of shit. No, I'm only kidding. It's actually really great.
Yeah, it's great.
It's an amazing tool, and I'll get into why. in a couple seconds if you want. But what was really interesting is when I first got there, I snapped this one picture real quick of just because I like getting the outside of places we're investigating. I like keeping that so I know where I've been. Because Lord knows I need as much help as possible knowing where I've been. Where the fuck am I now?
You're in Camden.
Thank you. So appreciate that. I'm so glad you're here. I took this picture and I walked in and I didn't even think anything of it, right? And we walked into the building and the docent took us to like this parlor area, and the first thing out of Danielle's mouth is, "Who's Mary?" And the docent looked at us looked at her really, he was just like stunned, and he goes, "I'll get to that," right?
We did no research about this place at all before we went in. We don't like to.
Yeah, I don't want to know, like the docent asked us, "Do you want to know the ghost parts?" And I'm like, no, I absolutely don't. I want to see what I can pick up, and then if I do pick up something, you can corroborate it.
Yeah, that is perfect. I know exactly what you're talking about because I have been, I guess you could say I have some empathic tendencies.
Sure.
And I never really said anything or done anything because I just don't know if it's what I'm making myself believe or if it's actually true. So when we were at the Battle of Gettysburg Bash, I went with a medium and I said, "Hey, I want to test my skills." And I said, let's investigate. I'll write down what I thought, heard, and seen. Mm-hmm. You write down what you do, seal it so there's no manipulation, right? We opened it at the same time, and I think out of 6 things we wrote down, 6 to 10 things, I think I got all but 1 right.
That's
so
great. Yeah.
I was blown away.
That's impressive.
But something else that you do, you work on the Terrifier series?
I distributed the first film and I executive produced the second one.
Because it's really big right now.
Yeah, man. I mean, no one in the group knew or could have conceived by our wildest dreams that particular movie would hit like it did.
I mean, I've seen videos where they're like, this is not a big Hollywood budget film.
Zero.
It's
Nothing
zero
like
budget,
that at
and
all.
yet here it is getting the Hollywood budget style look.
It just goes to show you that when you're passionate about what you do and you're creative and you have an arena in which to foster both of that at the same time, you can create something special, and it ended up resonating with the audience, and I thought that was pretty amazing.
Where did the idea come from?
That's all Damien Leone. It's his baby. He's a very visionary guy in that he knows exactly what he wants. He knows exactly how to get it from his actors, and he's all around a nice guy, and he's very passionate. And it's very humbling for all of us who were involved or are involved to have been a part of that ride. And it's just insanity what's going on now. It's amazing.
I'm learning that there is a subculture of people out there who really love that terrifying, bloody gore terror.
Oh, that subculture's always been there, man. And the problem is we haven't had anything to sink our teeth into. Horror movies especially, they've become very sanitized and very safe. And with the exception of a few films here and there, there's really been nothing like Terrifier in years, with the exception of Hatchet. The Hatchet franchise, which I was in part 2, and I worked with Adam a little bit on the back end when it came to the fan initiative, the Hatchet Army. And that movie's gory as fuck, and I'm hoping with the success of Terrifier, people will go back and check out Hatchet because it deserves to be seen. It's probably just as violent, but they're 2 totally different films, but it's the same exact audience that would love them.
I think the last gory style movie I ever saw, which I'm a really busy guy, so I haven't really ever seen, was Jeepers Creepers. But back then, it was that at that time it came out.
Brother,
it was
you ain't seen shit.
I guess I haven't. I have not.
You ain't making it through 20 minutes of either of those movies.
Back at that time frame, I was like, this is kind of crazy. This is dark.
Yeah.
I've got a dark sense of humor. I've deployed before. I've seen some stuff.
And that kind of ties back into the paranormal because horror fans are very into that aspect of the genre, of the culture. We're Some say true crime obsessed, which a lot of people are. We're true crime obsessed. We're paranormal obsessed. I think we're horror fans in general. The reason why there's so much crossover between them and paranormal is because we all want to ask the questions and find out the answers to things we probably don't have any business understanding, you know? And it's fun to ask those questions, and it's even fun to scare the shit out of each other, you know? That's the best part about it, but, you know?
I mean, I paranormal investigate, and there's just some things I'm just like, I have to talk myself into it, you know? Like, they're like, go down into this dungeon and lock yourself in there. We'll come back and, you know, I'm thinking to myself, okay, nobody's died from paranormal investigating. I'll be fine. Let's go. Yet.
All those urban explorer bastards who I've seen around here, they're going to fall through the fucking floor.
I told him that. I said, you don't go by yourself. What if you, like, sprain your ankle and you can't call or get into the ambulance?
Man, when I watch those urban exploration videos, my heart genuinely pounds for them. I'm like, dude, man, this could end up bad in a million different ways.
Well, I mean, the guys were like,
it's that very same thing. You want to push that boundary, to see what you have, and to see how you react in the craziest of situations, which is like kind of how we were in that thing we did with Sean. I mean, I had never even heard of White Hill Mansion, but that place was active as hell. You know?
See, you know, I was telling Shane earlier today that I would love to be in a situation where you come out to a room and all the cabinets are open. I have not experienced anything like that. I've been to some really active places, but to me, those are like level 5, you know, DEF CON level 5 stuff that happens. And for me, when I go, it's like, it happened. Like, you know, when you meet a celebrity and you're like, oh my gosh, you're so-and-so.
Not me. I don't give a fuck who people are.
Well, for me, when I meet a ghost, I'm like, oh my God, it's real. You're a ghost.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well, you know what? It's crazy, man. It's such a cool thing. I think people have been obsessed with ghosts and monsters ever since the caveman times. You know, ever since man took, or woman, or they, or them, or whatever, took some sort of form of chalk or coal to a wall, they started drawing these elaborate cave drawings, and it all came from somewhere. I think at the end of the day, we're all fascinated by what we can't see and what's lurking in the dark. And I think paranormal investigation, sometimes it gets a little twisted. Your job as a paranormal investigator isn't to go to a place and go, oh yeah, definitely ghosts. There's fucking ghosts everywhere. Straight to ghost. It couldn't be anything else but a ghost. No. Your job is to try to figure out what it is and try to debunk it. And if you can't debunk it, you can't even really say it's a ghost. The best thing you could say is, I can't explain that.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you're able to debunk every single thing. But when you get that one thing that you can't figure out, that's where the adrenaline rush comes from. That just feeds your want to do more and more and check out more and more.
I mean, like, I tell people too, at the end of the day, it's entertainment. You want to be entertained. You're tired of the old sitcoms and you're like, what's on TV? You know, whether you believe in it or not, it's a form of entertainment.
Sure.
But at the same time, too, your brain is trying to, what I like is when people watch, they might not believe, but they sit there and they go, it might be, it might not, but, you know, your brain likes that kind of stuff.
Think.
It makes you think. I mean, very rarely are people like, it was a heater kicking on.
It's funny, too, because a lot of people, they see shows on the air that are ghost hunting themed, such as Ghost Adventures. And I love Ghost Adventures. I think Zach and his crew do a phenomenal job. But what a lot of people don't understand is what they're seeing is a 43-minute window of an investigation that's like 8 hours long. You know, so a lot of it is just sitting around in the dark and trying to tune into what's around you and just looking and exploring and hoping that you can't get that capture.
But I will tell you, I did an episode in Skagway from a Red Onion Saloon.
Mm-hmm.
We were there for over 8-10 hours. It wasn't until we like, okay, guys, it's getting late. We need to get some rest. Cut. We're done for the night. Everything started happening. Like, turn the cameras back on. Turn the cameras back on.
Well, that was why Whitehill was so crazy for us, because the second we walked in the door, we were starting to feel things.
You hadn't even said anything up.
And the docent hadn't even begun his history tour of the place.
But of course, as soon as you hit record, it goes quiet.
Yeah, that's just the nature of the beast. But when you are an empath or you're empathic, even slightly empathic, if you go to a house, a haunting is energy. You know, whether it be residual or intelligent, it's still energy. And when we walk into a house and we know that there's something there, it's like a different atmosphere for us. The only way I could really explain is it's like the air is thicker. It's like walking through soup, you know? And you just feel this oppressive energy. And bodies in general, people are batteries, you know? So that's why you see so many people just getting drained. It's not only their equipment, it's their bodies and themselves. We call it like a paranormal hangover in a way, because that's exactly what it feels like the next day. If you're exposed to a situation where there's a lot of activity, you're gonna start feeling it, and it's gonna take everything you have, man.
Yeah, I think it's crazy, but let's skip over to this actual party, though. How's it been going for you guys?
This is amazing. You know, it's really cool. I'm kind of like the lone dog out because I'm the only one here that does movies too.
Yeah.
So it's just, but again, it's the same audience. So you look around and you have all these talented people here, and all these people that are just looking for the truth about something, you know? And they get together and there's this camaraderie, and you can feel it. Like, this place has amazing energy right now.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's because everyone's just having fun and enjoying themselves and being able to gather with like-minded people who are into the same thing. So everyone's feeding off each other right now, and it's awesome.
Plus, it's nice to see your friends coming together. And
Sure.
I think I see more of these people than I see my actual family.
Yeah.
So,
When I was doing the convention circuit for horror, I did it for like almost 18 years. And we became like a road family. It was like Carnival in a way, you know? And it's the same way in the paranormal community, because I haven't been in the paranormal community for a long time now. And now to be able to be getting back into it, just kind of by all the people who I've known. Like, I know Sean a really long time. And now that I know that Danny and I are both empathic, to do more with her is something I have on my agenda, because it's fun. It's something we can share both professionally and personally, and talk about how we feel after each investigation and what it's like. And it's just a really cool thing. I'm really thankful for it.
Yeah, and this party is great. I mean, the costumes that everybody's wearing are fantastic.
oh man, I think a Wolverine came behind us earlier.
Yeah, we got photobombed by Wolverine.
That's cool.
You know.
I could think of worse things to be photobombed by.
The performers on stilts are crazy.
There's one guy here with like Ouija board pants. I'm just glad he hasn't busted out his planchette, because that would be awkward.
Yeah, especially if you got to hold it, right?
Yeah, well, I don't want the yes or no answer in this case. I'll just take I'll figure it out on my own. Thank you.
Yeah, well, perfect. I appreciate it, guys. The conversation was
my
amazing.
pleasure.
Thank you so much.
I hope you guys are having a great time, and
yeah.
we'll hang out some more and we'll talk, because I'm definitely
Absolutely.
going to see the movie, and maybe we'll go do an
I
investigation and test each
I
other.
apologize in advance if you go see the movie.
All right, guys, don't go anywhere. We got more guests coming up. We're going to talk with Michael Castro. We got Sam Baltus. We got so much more. Don't go anywhere. Hopefully we got another preview of something. I don't know what they've got behind the scenes here, but stay tuned, because we're at the Battleship, New Jersey. In Camden, New Jersey.
Camden, New Jersey.
Yep.
That's a lot of New Jerseys.
Weren't you the one supposed to tell me where I was?
Listen, I've traveled 10 hours, 2 stops.
Bullshit. I'm
Met
going
many
senile
people.
now, all right?
Don't go anywhere, guys. Maybe we'll get April on here and she can talk. Who knows? She's about 4 drinks in.
Sure.
Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.
make it loco. This beat don't go slow. Heating up the room, I wanna dance more. It's the type of feeling that you can't stop, can't stop, can't stop. I could be the one to make you, make you, make you, make you. I could be the one to make you, make you, make you. I could be the one to 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 make you.
All right, guys. Hey, we're back. My next guest is Sam Baltrusis.
Yes.
Say that right?
You said it right.
Oh, man, I got one right so far. How's it going?
It's going really well. I've had a really busy month, and this is
Yeah.
sort of a nice culmination to an incredibly busy month.
And for those of you who don't know, you write books, and so
Yes,
some
I've
of the
written
books-
18 books altogether.
Wow.
I just wrote a book called Ghost of Sleepy Hollow.
Yep.
And that book, I've been doing like a kind of like a tour on it. And today I was actually in Sleepy Hollow before
Yes.
coming here.
Yes. I
So
heard.
it was crazy.
So how did you come about doing that? I mean, how did that whole thing come? Because I've had a renewed fascination in Sleepy Hollow recently. So you
Yeah,
know.
I absolutely love the Headless Horseman. It's been something I've loved since I was a child.
Yeah.
And then I'm a big fan of Washington Irving. And then I wrote a book on Salem, Ghosts of Salem, and that it's a pretty popular. Well, it's the Halloween destination. So I decided to. My publisher wanted me to do a book on Sleepy Hollow, but I also love Sleepy Hollow, so it worked out perfectly. I lived in New York City for about 10 years or
Okay.
so I would go to Sleepy Hollow and kind of seeing how it's changed as a destination for Halloween.
Has it?
It was really interesting. Yeah, definitely gotten busier.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And so right before we came on, though, you said you had an experience there. You're clairvoyant.
Right.
So
Yeah.
tell me about the experience that you had.
Well, so in the book, so I try to approach my books journalistically, but I do have experiences along the way.
Yeah.
So when I do television shows, a lot of times I'm on as a medium or clairvoyant.
Interesting, yeah.
But for the Headless Horseman sighting, so I was going to a reenactment of the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. And Jonathan Kroc, who is an amazing guy, he does a wonderful storyteller. I was walking down the street, so instead of taking a car or an Uber to the location, I was going to walk. So I'm like, oh, it's a Halloween night.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk there. So I walked down this long path. It was not pedestrian friendly. So I dart off into the woods right behind Sleepy Hollow, or behind Sunnyside, which is Washington Irving's home. And then I had people walking in, there were cloaks that were walking through the woods. And then I heard horse hoofs, and I heard like a neighing of a horse.
A neighing of a horse.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, oh shit. I'm like walked in to the
You're
Legend
like, where
of
did
Sleepy
I
Hollow.
go?
Well, the thing is, for this location was definitely the location for a reenactment. So I didn't realize I walked into a reenactment. So that was something that was real people, living people that were in a reenactment. But I do feel like that those was, as a clairvoyant, there's something going on there. People, of course, they want to go to the Old Dutch Church and the Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. But I think that the woods right by Sunnyside is where you should go.
Now, I've done research. I've done small research on Sleepy Hollow. What's the importance? Refresh me on what the importance is of the cemetery.
All right, so The Legend of Sleepy Hollow was written by Washington Irving in 1820.
Yep.
It involves Ichabod Crane, who was a schoolmaster who goes into this insular Dutch community, and he falls in love with the local. She's sort of like not the matriarch, but like sort of the beautiful woman in the community that everyone wants.
Yeah.
Katrina Van Tassel. And so Ichabod was kind of a nerd. There's a gentleman named Brom Bones that was kind of an alpha male, and they were kind of at war with each other. Ichabod was doing his own thing, kind of wooing Katrina Van Tassel, but he had an Achilles heel. He was terrified of ghosts. So Brom Bones kind of figures out, hey, Ichabod is a little kind of a chicken like I am, and so they had this big, this kind of like a festival where Ichabod was being told all these ghost stories. And on his way home, that's when he encounters the Headless Horseman. So that's the legend of Sleepy Hollow. We don't know what happened to Ichabod Crane. Like, was he scared out of town, or was he actually decapitated by the Headless Horseman? We don't know.
So he just disappeared.
He just disappeared, and Washington Irving purposely left it with a big question mark.
Interesting.
So I personally feel like that Washington Irving wanted to imply that Ichabod Crane was scared off by Brom Bones dressed as the Headless Horseman. However, I've always, since I was a child watching the Disney cartoon, which first got me kind of turned on to the story, I always thought that Ichabod Crane was decapitated by the Headless Horseman.
Interesting. Yeah. No, my wife, she's a huge fan of that Disney rendition of it. And,
yeah.
I told her that I'm less than an hour away, and she's absolutely jealous. So I told her I think I'm going to go there before we leave and take a tour of it. But your new book's out now. Where can people get it? On your website? Or?
You can go to Amazon.com.
Okay.
And, yeah, it's actually selling like hotcakes. So
really,
you hopefully you'll be able to get it before Halloween.
You got some here though. I can get a copy.
I have a few copies here,
okay,
yes.
perfect.
Yes,
definitely.
I saved it just for the soiree.
Wonderful. Well, it was. How are you enjoying the soiree? I never even asked. What do you think?
Oh, the soiree, it's great. Like I really enjoy. I lived in New York City for a while, so I've never been to Camden before. So it's kind of fascinating going to this very haunted vessel. I can feel the ghost all around us.
I've been told it's here. I haven't felt anything. I've kind of got a clairvoyant tendency, but I haven't really honed the skills. But I can definitely sense energy and sense that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
so.
and it's you can feel it. And for my clairaudience is kind of going, and that's where you can hear spirits. And I'm hearing a male energy, kind of a cranky male energy, make certain commands.
Now let me ask you this then, because I'll test myself. Is it an older gentleman, like 70s or 80s year old?
Yeah.
So I am getting some stuff too.
Yeah, like 70s or 80s. He probably worked on the vessel, or he may have lived on the vessel. I'm not sure. I don't even know if he was here when it was commissioned. I'm not sure about that.
I haven't gotten that
But
far
someone
yet.
that's kind of a worker. He has an issue with women, and he's not loving this party, and so I channel. And
He's probably like, you're at my house.
Yeah, get off my ship. So yeah, picking that up, I do think he's a little frisky with women, especially.
Ooh,
yeah.
I'll have to ask the ladies around if they felt anything.
Yeah.
So, well, it was a pleasure speaking to you guys, and hopefully we'll meet up later and talk some more. And,
Absolutely.
And great time, guys. Don't go anywhere. I've just been told that we're actually going to do a showing of something special. So we're going to go to Sarah, wherever Sarah is. And she hopefully will talk. I appreciate you, Sam.
I love Sarah, by the way.
You got Sarah? Let's go to Sarah. Grab his mic. He's got his mic still.
Baby. Great.
Oh, we got it.
Oh, yeah. I'm quick at it. Yeah.
You guys are
Good,
seeing this
honey,
in real
good.
time, changing things up here. Again, we're really live. Starting to get a little chilly. Come on, Sarah.
All right. So April's on her way.
I'm going to let you two talk
Yes.
because April's going to talk about some stuff, but she might actually get upset because I'm an Aries like her.
Oh.
And I told her we need to come on. Let me ask you this while we're waiting for her.
Yes.
Let's test some stuff. Have you felt anything while you're on this ship?
So it's interesting because, as a medium, in spaces where there's history, I always say there's mystery, right?
Yeah.
And so being on the ship, it's really interesting. The vibe here is incredible.
Yeah.
The energy really
It's
is.
a positive energy.
It really is. And I think that a lot of times people might make assumptions like, hard or, struggle. And I'm not saying that people didn't.
Yeah.
But the energy on this ship is pride, is comfort, is I don't know. There's just pride here. I feel pride.
I feel a lot of happy energy.
Yeah,
I don't feel anything negative.
No.
No, I was talking to Sam, and Sam said he felt a spirit, an older gentleman.
Yes.
And I asked him, I said, is he in his 70s and 80s? Because that's what I was picking up. He said, absolutely.
Yes.
And so he's like, he kind of seems like annoyed that we're here in his space partying, but, you know, hey.
Yeah, it's interesting that energy that you're talking about. Also, I feel like he has a shuffle to him.
Interesting.
And yeah, so like when he walks, there's a bit of a shuffle. And that,
you know, I almost wonder if he's like the caretaker.
That's what it feels like. 100%.
Like he feels like that. You know, I know this ship. This is my ship. I'm taking care of it. Like that's what I get.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I can see that 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
The grumpy old guy who takes care, like, you know.
Someone who was on a committee who helped, you know, take care of the ship, bring it back to its luster. Absolutely, absolutely.
What about that gun firing?
That terrified me.
Were you expecting it?
No.
Yeah, we were sitting here talking, and I think all four of us
jumped.
It
was crazy.
Yep.
And the smoke that came from it.
Oh, that nice little ring around.
Yeah.
That was really
crazy.
Cool. That was really cool. So, we actually, we're going to share some new stuff with you guys.
Ooh,
because
more from BeaconTV.
Well, this is not even, I'll have to ask Josh again, because he was saying that it's not on anything, and it's not on Beacon coming. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask him again. So what we are about to show you guys is truly an exclusive. I don't know how much more exclusive you can get.
No.
Yeah.
That was a lot of exclusives in a row.
That is a lot of exclusives in a row. So for the first time ever, oh, I cut too soon. Let's see. For the first time ever, this is called, what is this called? I'll have to see. Hold on. It is called The World's Most Haunted Hotel. Ooh. Interesting. The World's Most Haunted Hotel. Here you guys go. We're going to go back. We're going to party some more. We're going to come back. It's getting closer to Patty Negri's seance, so we're going to get that. You're going to sit down and talk with April and Castro. We're going to find out where they are.
Yes.
But here's the world's first preview, I guess. Enjoy.
Thank you. Oh my god! Holy God!
I'm Harry and I'm owner of My Haunted Hotel. I had the idea of My Haunted Hotel roughly about 12 years ago. I started a paranormal events company and we're looking for events in Chester, and I came across Ye Olde King's Head. We started doing events here and it was so active. I asked the owner at the time if I could put cameras in the rooms to capture everyone's reactions to things and actually capture paranormal activity on camera. At the time he said he was selling the business, so I took a bit of a pun and ended up buying the business. Now after 10 years of it being in the process and all the rooms coming together, it feels quite surreal that the rooms kind of evoke exactly what I wanted in each room. Brett's done an amazing job with the decoration and the rooms feel a lot more haunted than they ever have done before.
My name's Brett, and I was one of the designers of the original concept for My Haunted Hotel. I was asked to come in and actually design these rooms that are now absolutely terrifying to kind of elevate what we've already found here at this building. It's already super haunted, so to theme these rooms in a way that evoke the spirits even more has been really exciting. I'm also one of the paranormal investigators here at My Haunted Hotel, so you'll see me here at the hotel performing investigations along with your nights here.
My name is Danny Moss and I'm a paranormal investigator. When Harry and Brett asked me to be a part of the My Haunted Hotel team, I just couldn't refuse at all. This is a building that lays very close to my heart. I've worked here on a number of occasions. I've filmed 2 separate shows here, and each time I come back to this building, it fascinates me. It truly does. The paranormal activity here is just beyond any kind of scientific explanation. I have captured so many things in this building that are highlights of my career. That's the only way I can describe it. And now on this new journey with the amount of cameras here rigged up in this building, I think it's only a matter of time before we capture that holy grail of evidence.
I've witnessed so much paranormal activity in the building and people can only go on what I've said. So it was important for me to get cameras throughout the building so I could actually capture evidence to show people that I'm not actually lying or it's not all in my head. Now it gives people the opportunity to do a paranormal event without the aid of a paranormal investigator following them around and making them feel comfortable within the building.
My Haunted Hotel is such a unique experience because it's the first time anyone has combined a genuine paranormal investigation along with almost an immersive experience. You spend the entire night from around 9 PM till 12 PM the next day in one of the most haunted places in the country, whilst there are 16 cameras filming your entire night. This genuinely feels like you're on your own paranormal TV show. It's never been done like this ever anywhere.
I'm a bit of a history geek, I'm not going to lie, and one of the main things that drew me to this building is the fascinating history. The key aspect of that has got to be the sword that was found underneath the floor of room 4. During a refurbishment of the building in the 1930s, they discovered a 17th century sword and slippers. It now hangs above the bar downstairs. The thing that fascinates me most about this is the fact that during the 1600s, people were very, very superstitious back then. They used to bury things like slippers, shoes, even cats in walls and under floors to ward off evil spirits. And it draws upon the reality that the people who were living here back then may have been witnessing paranormal activity all of those years ago. And that's truly fascinating because we may potentially be dealing with hauntings that go way back to the 1400s, the 1500s, even beyond that.
So I've been here at My Haunted Hotel for about 6 months, designing and theming all of these rooms and making sure the night runs smoothly for people coming in to spend their night. And I definitely came in as a skeptic, but I don't think I am anymore, because every single day I'd be painting these walls and something would happen. I'm constantly looking over my shoulder here. It's a very unnerving building, and the amount of people walking up and down these corridors when you're the only person in this building, deadlocked here at the middle of the night, it's quite a scary place, to say the least.
I've been very lucky to work on a number of paranormal television shows, but My Haunted Hotel is just completely unique. There's nothing else like it in the entire world, in my opinion. The fact that every single angle is covered, and the fact that real people are coming into the building and we are able to capture their reactions and paranormal activity as it happens there and then, that is just completely new to the paranormal field.
So over the time I've been here, we've had staff leave, especially chefs. It seems to pick on the people who are no good for the business, so bad chefs have butter knives thrown at them, doors slam on them, they refuse to work. Staff behind the bar hear footsteps behind them, glasses smashing, they refuse to work as well also, or especially working on their own, they refuse to work on their own. At night time when we cash up, when they go up to the office, they're petrified. You can see they're solely fixed on getting that money upstairs and leaving as soon as possible. It is an eerie building, it's a Tudor building, it's 400 years old, it has its own atmosphere in here. There you come and stay yourself.
My Haunted Hotel has one objective, and that is to gain as much paranormal evidence as physically possible. We have put cameras in every single room of this building for you to come in and spend the night, but we will be putting you through your paces. There will be challenges, you may be alone, you may be in small groups, but we will make sure that whatever is caught, 100% of it will be caught on camera.
I've been lucky enough to witness some incredible things here at My Haunted Hotel. My hope for the future is that guests can come and stay here, work with us and witness for themselves that this truly is the most haunted hotel in the entire UK. It is opening night at My Haunted Hotel. Months of hard work had led to this moment, and ahead of a busy week of bookings, Brett, Harry and I decided to conduct our very own team investigation. We would spend the next 10 hours locked inside the building, just the three of us.
Right, I'm in room 5. Not best pleased about it. I've got a H4 digital microphone that we're going to put up here. Hopefully that will capture some EVPs. So, obviously, I'm the owner of the building. Normally in your own building you feel a bit safe. After a while, like any new building, you come into it, strange noises. And when I first came here, although we've done some events which were amazing here, first 3-4 months were pretty quiet. And then I started staying in the hotel sometimes, and it just all started kicking off.
This room makes me feel so nervous. That the one thing that everyone says about this room is that it gives them this horrible feeling of either feeling physically sick or really angry. I've brought people into this room before, and like I said, I brought people into this room before, and people just, I've had people faint nearly walk into this room before, and when you're here by yourself, it's a completely different feeling. You can stand here with a group and you're absolutely fine. The spirits that have been caught in this room previously have actually been said to be some sort of evil male spirit of some sort, but we've had multiple different characters stroll through this building.
Okay, here we go. I have just entered room 1. There's a REM device over in the corner of the room, and I've just armed the H4 digital microphone to see if we can capture any EVPs. Currently, Brett is in room 6, which is down that way, and Harry is right down the other end of the corridor in room 5, and all 3 of us are doing separate vigils right now, which is really quite unnerving.
We've decorated these rooms to kind of evoke any spirits in here. So if you could imagine, we believe to have 2 children in here, as well as a dominant male figure. And we've put the dolls, the pram, we've got a rocking chair behind us for the children to play with. Really, we respect the spirits in here, especially the children. Obviously it's not fair, kids passing away so young.
One thing I am incredibly nervous about. Okay, so that's gone off twice now, and I've not budged. I'll let it reset. So this is measuring atmospheric changes in the room. There are no windows open. I'm the only person up here. The other guys are dotted around the building.
I feel very sorry for Harry right now because he is in room 5, which is the nursery room, the doll room. And that room is one of the creepiest in the hotel.
Half an hour passes and the building is silent, but that is all about to change as a sudden wave of unexplainable events start to occur. This begins in room 4, where the sword was uncovered in the 1930s. Our Ovulus device, which is constantly measuring atmospheric changes, suddenly spikes and brings through this. Within moments of this, the building comes alive.
I'd like to address anybody who can hear my voice who is aware of my presence here. Any of the children. Oh my God, I've just heard a massive bang. I've just heard a massive bang coming from down in what I presume was coming from the function room. Any of the children. Oh my God, I've just heard a massive bang.
What was that? Okay, there was some clear knocking over in this corner. If that was you knocking, could you potentially do that again for me, please? What was that? What was that?
The worrying thing is, when it is quite quiet, that's hit you by, it takes you by surprise sometimes. And from what I've seen with this room in particular over the past couple of weeks, it doesn't just happen in ones as well. It's an occurrence of 2 or 3 events at one time. And to be quite honest, I'll myself if anything does happen.
Little does Harry know, but the H4 digital microphone in the corner of the room has just captured a Class A EVP. There is no way to explain this, as Harry is the only person in the room. Listen carefully to the H4 audio.
From what I've seen with this room in particular over the past couple of weeks, it doesn't just happen in ones as well. It's an occurrence of 2 or 3 events at one time. From what I've seen with this room in particular over the past couple of weeks, it doesn't just happen in ones as well. It's
Nothing further is witnessed over the next hour, and so Harry and Brett move downstairs into the bar as I move into room 6 on my own. I am very vulnerable right now, so anybody who can hear me, if you wish to make yourself known to me, then please do so. Or perhaps you could make yourself known to the gentleman downstairs.
Stools are all up. Obviously, fire is still smouldering, so there's a slight bit of warmth coming through. It's a wet evening in Chester tonight, or wet morning, should I say. I think what we could do is potentially take the women and the men into different, go into the women's toilets and the men's toilets, try and get some reactions. Women's toilet dates back to the 1300s. There's a beam that we've encased here, which is, well, I think it's the oldest one of the oldest beams in Chester, to be fair.
Wow.
And the toilets are like a little tavern, or cave, I don't know what really to call it. But it's so dark, so cold.
It's really dark.
I want to know if you can understand my words. I know that a lady came into this room and she conducted a dark ritual.
And that is it. And now that shall be.
Okay, I'm hearing all kinds of weird movement right now. That almost sounded like a creaking on the corridor.
This is 5-star television right here.
So cold though.
It's freezing in here.
Yeah.
So as you can see, I flick you around. This roof is well, it's shorter than me. I'm bending down a bit. The foundations of this building go back to 1208, and it's believed that this is actually part of those foundations. So this goes back centuries before even the King's Head, as we know it now, was built. It's absolutely crazy to think how old this part of the building is.
Oh, I hate this. I hate being alone in bedrooms in this building because it is just so creepy. I'm a paranormal investigator. I do this as a living. I should be brave enough to conduct this, but this building gives me the utter creeps.
Is there anybody here with us? This part of the building is incredibly old.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, what was that?
That sounded like it came from behind me.
I don't know.
Well, look, actually, the walls are solid, so you can't really hear anything in here.
What's the... I'm not sure. Is anyone knocking or walking around in here then?
What the f***?
What was that? That was a knocking, right?
I was still then.
What? Was anyone knocking or walking around in here then?
What the f***?
What was that?
Doesn't feel great in here, does it, Brett?
Not now. No. I was quite happy walking in it earlier. Was that you knocking? Could you do that again for us, please?
I have no idea what's happening downstairs with Brett and Harry. But at least they have each other. Oh, what was that? I just heard like a... I don't even know what it was. Maybe like a child or something. Oh, what was that? Having analysed this audio, we are able to debunk this as a seagull outside. I return to the control room and so does Brett, and we challenge Harry to head into the cellars alone.
So as we go around the corner here, I should come into view of another camera. Oh, f***ing sake. Pitch black. I can only see things through the actual screen on here. Ah, it looks f***ing horrible in here. Is it true you used to drag the bodies? What's that? Is it true you used to drag the bodies through these doors into the cellar and butcher them? We've got footage of these canisters falling over during lockdown of their own accord. I think once I got the cameras installed, it was one of the first things that happened in here. Come forward, whoever haunts the cellar. Make me aware that you're here. Are you pleased that I now own the building? Or do you still see her as yours? Go this way. Oh, God. I really just want to look in the screen at the moment because that's the only way I can see stuff, and it feels horrible when you look with your naked eye into the room.
Despite Harry feeling very creeped out, nothing paranormal happens in the cellar. Our next plan of action was to arm the Intravox device in room 2, and we would all monitor it from the control room, the most important room in the building.
So the control room is the main hub, the most important part of the business now. The three of us can watch every single aspect of the paranormal activity that goes on here, debunk it, tell them that it might be just a dust orb, but we can also, when we feel it's going a little bit flat, move them into another room, try different investigations, but keep the actual guest on their toes all the time.
Over the nights that guests stay here, we are going to challenge them as much as possible, but they also get to work in sections with both Brett, Harry and myself, and we get to take on techniques that are aimed at gaining 100% evidence of the paranormal. And just because we say paranormal, it doesn't mean it's necessarily evidence of hauntings, it just means not normal. But if we can capture that holy grail of evidence, full-bodied apparitions, true poltergeist activity, that's the evidence that we want. That's the evidence of hauntings.
Okay, we are about halfway through the investigation. I think it's fair to say that we have all witnessed things on our lone vigils. But right now we are about to arm the Intravox device, which scans hundreds of different frequencies of white noise. We are going to leave it running here in room 2, which is the asylum room, and we will monitor the situation as well as all the other locked off cameras from our control center. But basically this is going to scan through different frequencies of white noise, such as this, and we will see what happens. Let's do this. Half an hour goes by and nothing happens. So in an attempt to draw out activity, Harry heads upstairs and moves into room 3 next door.
Oh, great. This room feels as creepy as hell. Oh my word. I can hear the intro box next door, which is flipping horrible. If these two rooms combined at one time, then I can communicate with room 2. Can you give me your name, please?
So after listening to the intro box in room 2 for quite a while now, we've actually sent Harry upstairs, but to room 3, to see whether he can get a response from the room next door. If we get some sort of actual response from within another room, this could be absolutely incredible.
I just heard footsteps behind me. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, this is horrible.
He's going into room 2.
Crazy man.
Hello?
Harry has just gone into room 2 with the Introbox device.
He doesn't look happy about it though.
Oh god, that's horrible.
You brought this on yourself, mate.
What's it doing? Why is it doing that? Really abrupt sounds. Even though I can't hear a voice coming through at the moment. Just... oh my word. Feels like it's coming nearer to me. And I can hear footsteps. I really do not want to be here. God help it when people say.
Harry holds out for another 10 minutes and Brett then heads up to take his place.
That was mad. Brett has now gone into room 2 and swapped with Harry, who has just come back to the control centre. Oh my god!
No. Did I say no then?
Did I say no?
What is this?
Oh my god.
Are you guys getting this on camera? That just whispered no, really. Oh my god, what the... Oh my god, what the... I don't like it in here. That was like a really clear no. That was horrible. No, I already don't want to be in here now. It's so clear.
Brett is himself.
Oh, I don't like it, guys. I might have to come down.
5 minutes later, I head up to take on the challenge, and my laughing at Brett is about to come back and bite me.
Oh, bed almost collapsed. I've just come into room 2. We're all giving it a go in here. It's creepy as hell. He looks petrified.
It's so scary though.
I can hear footsteps outside. Hello?
Oh God, I feel watched in here. I feel like I'm being watched. Oh, there's that noise again. Oh. Holy!
What's he just seen? What?
He himself?
I've never seen him move so fast.
I just heard it like a breath, like a...
So is it the woman's voice?
The breath.
Breath?
I think.
We had witnessed incredible evidence in room 2, and as the three of us gather ourselves in the control room, something amazing is about to happen in room 5. Remember earlier when the H4 captured a Class A EVP?
From what I've seen with this room in particular over the past couple of weeks, it doesn't just happen in ones as well. It's
What you are about to see happens in the exact spot the H4 was placed earlier.
Oh my God, the doll has just fallen in room 5. What the f?
As we move into the early hours at My Haunted Hotel, we attempt a final session in the famous brothel area.
Alright, so we have just moved into the brothel section. We are right in the early hours now, and this section is believed to be the most active part of My Haunted Hotel. It used to be a 17th century brothel, and the spirits of those who used to work here, we have heard them on many occasions. We've heard their voices, we've heard movement up here, and there are definitely hidden secrets around this area. As you can see, Brett is now blindfolded and he's got noise cancelling headphones on. We are going to arm the SB7 spirit box shortly with that, and he's going to do something called the Estes session, or the Gansfeld experiment. You won't be able to hear myself or Harry as we call out the questions, and he will respond back with any words that he hears coming through the white noise. This is a fantastic experiment and is designed to gather intelligent communication.
As we begin the experiment, we also arm a REM pod in the kitchen, which measures any disturbances around the device itself.
So Brett is now armed with the SB7. Brett, can you hear me? Brett, can you hear me? That is just to confirm that Brett cannot hear me at all. Harry, if you call out.
Ladies of the night, do you still occupy this room? We've caught pictures of you before. What lady of the night is present with us now? Can you give me a name, please?
Male voice. I was.
Okay, that's really interesting. Straight off the mark.
Yeah.
Who are you, sir? What is your name? Can you tell us what you mean by I was?
Another male voice. I couldn't quite get what he was saying, but it was very clear, like it went over multiple.
Is there anybody in this room with us now who wants to communicate?
Is anyone around me? I just had like a proper breeze down the back of my neck.
Oh my God, as if. That's crazy.
I'm hearing noises upstairs, you know.
Yeah, I am. Like banging.
I just heard a male voice say me.
Oh my god. Is that you upstairs, sir, that we can hear? Or are you around this gentleman here sat down? Tell us. So, the SB7 is so loud you can actually hear it coming through his headphones. Sir, could you tell us who is upstairs, please?
Male voice, that thing.
Oh, that's creepy.
What thing?
Do you remember our Ovilus device in room 4? At this exact moment, as Brett hears a male voice say, "That thing," the device brings through this. Within minutes, another huge wave of paranormal events begin to manifest.
I keep hearing like in the distance like doors slamming or something, or
I heard a drag then.
is there somebody upstairs? Can you make the sound a bit clearer for us, please?
What was that? I even felt that. What was that?
Oh my god.
What was that? I felt something like is everything okay? That's really unnerving.
Oh my god, I got that on camera. Jesus Christ.
I felt something.
Something just moved in that f***ing corner. Jesus Christ.
Whoa! What the? Guys, I can feel all of these bangs and then I'm kind of hearing screams. Oh my god. Can I take these off?
Carry on.
Oh.
Who just made that noise?
What? I felt it.
Oh my god.
That sounded so loud, I could like feel it. I can't hear it though. What was that? I even felt that. What was that?
If there's somebody in the corner, could you perhaps touch Brett? Whoa! What the f was that?
I'm taking these off. I'm sorry. What's going on?
Are you feeling that?
What is going on?
There's banging everywhere, man.
What's happening? That I can feel it up like.
I swear to God, right, there was a bang.
Are you jumping up and
down? No, we've not moved. No. I swear to God, we've not moved.
Wow.
Honestly, Brett.
I can't hear it. I can just feel it.
I know you said I wanted you to carry on, but basically there was a massive bang to your right, and then there was a huge bang. We need to check the cameras, you know.
What we had just witnessed was insane, as huge thuds were coming from somewhere in the building, but upon reviewing the cameras, we could not find where it was coming from.
Whoa! What the f was that?
All I can hear is like mumbling, almost.
If there's somebody in the corner, could you perhaps touch Brett?
Such a Is it the door?
One of the ladies of the night wanted to fondle you.
The door. I literally didn't think it could be this active on our first night. I know what this building can do, but it even surprised me tonight and me up a bit. Yeah, I'm pretty calm normally when it comes to things like this. Yeah, I can honestly say I've proper myself tonight. Oh my god, what the
Oh my god.
No. Did I say no then?
We've been recording the first episode and I've genuinely never seen this building so active. It has been absolutely petrifying. How on earth all of the stuff could happen in one night is just beyond me. This place is just blown my mind today.
Whoa! What the f was that?
Wow.
Opening night, look, it's very, very rare that you capture paranormal activity. It's even rarer to get it on camera, but tonight just erupted into a wave of, I can't even describe what. It was nuts. The Introvox, wow. Those bangs at the end of the night were just unbelievably clear. We've heard weird stuff going on all night. The building's been empty. There's no customers in here, no staff. It's just Brett, Harry and myself, and there's just been unexplainable events the entire investigation.
For the people that have booked over the next few weeks at My Haunted Hotel are in for such a treat. We're designing this whole ghost hunt to look like you're on your own TV show. And I mean, we've been filming the first episode of it today, but it has proven that what we're doing here is just incredible. And just tonight alone, we have found some of the best evidence I've ever come across on a ghost hunt after doing these for years and years. So I can't wait for people to book a ticket, spend the night here and experience this for themselves, because this is truly unbelievable.
So we've got loads of bookings in over the next couple of weeks. Even if their night is a third of what tonight's been, 10%, or even one of the little things that happen tonight, it'll be epic for them. It truly is the most haunted hotel in the UK.
What lies ahead for those who visit My Haunted Hotel will be one of the most unique experiences in the world. This 400-year-old building is beginning to stir, and what we have done here has created a hive of paranormal activity. We'll see you soon.
Hey guys, so I am so excited to be sitting down with April, who is one of my favorite humans. You guys all know her. I mean, if you don't, hello. But what a freaking party you guys are throwing. I mean, you didn't play around here. This is amazing.
We went all out.
You went all out.
Yeah.
This is incredible. This is the supernatural soiree, man, and people from all over flew out.
We
to
got
come
people
to this.
from Canada.
Yeah.
Here. Yeah.
Yeah. All to celebrate what? To celebrate your first year with Ghosted Magazine.
Yes, yes, which happens to be.
Woo!
Yeah, wait a minute, we have this really hot girl in here.
You have a hot girl in there.
There's a hot girl.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Look at this.
Oh, check it out. It's me. I have to tell you, it was such an honor. As soon as I saw you guys were doing this, I was like, this is a game changer. You guys are out there doing something different in a new way. It's flashy, it's hot, it's new, it's beautiful, the graphics, the design, and the stories. And it's beautiful that you guys are going out there and you really are, you did your research on me, babe, and it felt so good. It felt so honored.
Well,
what is your favorite thing about this?
I wanted to bring, because I remember growing up and being on the internet, and I found this website that had all paranormal stories, and I was going to work, and that's what I was doing. I was on the internet reading the stories. I was addicted, and I'm like, one day I'm gonna do this. You know, like this is so cool, and that's what it is. We're trying to bring the paranormal back to the people, and in a positive light. This is, everything's positive, showcasing. Haunted locations, celebrities like you, and then the little people too in the paranormal field. We're trying to bring them to the forefront because everyone matters. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And this couldn't have been done without the design work with this guru here.
I know.
He's amazing.
Yes. And can I ask you, what is it that you love most about this? Is it the way that you're being able to be free with your art, or what called you to this?
I just visually, I just wanted to be able to express and show things.
Yeah.
That I felt that it should be shown.
Yeah.
And just in a different way.
Yeah, and so, but you have a tie to the paranormal, right? So it's not just graphics here. You have a tie.
Oh. Well, a little bit.
Yeah. Well, he runs a location.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, so, I think it's amazing that not only is it something that you guys are doing artistically, with a beautiful job at it, but you have some oomph in it. There's something here that matters to you. Absolutely. And you can see it. You can see it in these pages.
And he's such a perfectionist, and I just get crazy, but he is amazing, and his mind works so fast, because when I first called him with the idea, I'm like, hey, Michael, what do you think this idea for this magazine? And I think it's great. I get home, we have a website, an LLC.
Wow.
Him.
Yes.
Like, he did all this. The website's up. I'm like, how did you do this? Like,
it's amazing.
I'm like, I was gone for an hour.
That's so great. So now you guys have accomplished so much in 1 year. I mean, seriously, to watch it, I've been watching from afar. And what are some things that you're looking forward in the next year? What is something you want to, because like you said, April, to me, tonight, you said, you know what, I said a year from now, I want to be on that ship. I want to have a party.
Yeah.
What is your goal for next year? What would you say your goal is?
Well, we're going to branch out. We're going to.
Okay.
We're moving away from the Northeast. We're going and we're tackling a lot more locations across the country.
Really?
And some not in the continental United States.
What?
Yes.
That's going to be so exciting.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So it's like bridging the world with the paranormal.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
Because it's much bigger than where we are locally.
Absolutely.
And I want to be able to showcase some of the similar, things that all the paranormal teams across the country run into.
Yeah.
He's great with that. Yeah. He has found some of the most amazing groups. He met this group. First, he came to me and was telling me about this group called Ghost Gang, and they're on. They do these videos, and it's funny. It's these two guys that have nothing to do with the paranormal, and the two filmmakers dropped them off at a haunted location with a note and some equipment. And I'm like, that sounds stupid. Until I watched it, they were amazing. He's got a great eye for finding talent.
Wow, that's so cool. And it's all coming together in one thing. So two people, but two dreams that equate something so magical and so cool.
And he did,
1 year.
1 year. And
1 year.
He did the photography for us.
Yeah, incredible eye. Incredible eye. You guys should absolutely, I mean, just sitting here tonight, just taking it in. Just taking it in. We are here right now. Look what you guys have created. You've come together and we're here. In this moment.
Yeah,
and celebrating 1 year.
I can't believe I'm sitting with Sarah Lemos.
Oh, sweetheart, that's
I'm like,
so
I watched you on TV. I'm like, I told my husband, I just talked to Sarah Lemos. I'm like,
and you guys are so professional, and it's having that time with you is so cool to just kind of, as a person that wants to share, you made it very easy to do so, and I just appreciate that. And I wish you guys the best of luck. I mean, so much to come.
Oh my God! There's so much to come for you.
Oh,
I know. I'm like, oh my God, it's so exciting.
Yeah.
And Beacon.
Beacon, yes.
You know, like Beacon took like what we're doing with the magazine, but you took it to, you know, everyone's missing the paranormal shows.
Yes.
And that was brilliant to do that because we're all jonesing.
Yeah.
It's like we're a bunch of drug addicts and we're
Saying,
out of.
where's it at?
Where we need our fix.
That's right. And Beacon TV is going to give it to you. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly.
That's for sure. So, out of everything that you've experienced this evening, what else are you looking forward to? Are you excited about the seance this evening?
Oh my God, yes. With Patty Negri,
Yes.
I've been to so many of her her seances. They are amazing. It's happy, you cry. It's very positive. It's not like spooky, scary, you know.
But a beautiful moment.
Yeah, beautiful
On
moment.
a beautiful ship.
The ship is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's huge.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. Like walking up, I took my breath away, and I thought it would be really emotional as a medium. I don't
Yeah.
know about you, but when you walk up, you kind of.
No, what he told me, I'm like, on a ship?
Yeah.
I'm like,
it feels great here. It's just wonderful.
But then when you walk up, I'm like, holy crap, this place is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like, these guys fought for us. And like,
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
emotional that way.
It is emotional
yeah.
that way.
But as a girl, I'm like, a ship? I wanted to be in a castle.
No. With this backdrop, who could ask for more?
I know.
You guys really know how to throw a party. That's what I'm saying. So I'll be here next year. Just put me on the top of the list.
Absolutely.
All right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think that's. Do you want to? Any more questions, or do you want to? All right. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Yeah, of course.
Thank you for having me. I love you.
I love you, sweetheart, and congratulations to both of you. Way to go. All right, back to the boys.
As many as you want, because
I'm so excited.
Barely gone, feel you drawn close to the scene. Let me on, give me some, then you can leave. But before the morning breaks, call me someone else's name. 'Cause it's time tomorrow. I'll hate me all the same. I'll hate me all the same. I can't be lonely when I'm alone. Missing myself, I've never known how. Wish I believed that I was done enough to feel this good.